there, ladies and gentlemen. How the devil are you all? My name is James of All Games, and welcome to another exciting edition of Games Innit Podcast. And of course, it's not just me. I'm joined by my fantastic buddy of all gaming kind, Andy. Andy.
Oh God. Sorry, mate. Sorry, I'm late. Is it there? Yeah. Okay.
At this time.
Sorry. I just got out the shower, mate. I just got out the shower.
I told you we had this recording sign.
What's that?
I told you we were recording this.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I overslept. It's all right. Continue on. Just dry myself off.
Okay. All right. So yes, thank you for joining me and Andy for today's podcast. We're sure you are going to enjoy yourself. It's going to be a fantastic time. What the fuck are you doing with that towel?
So, promise me. I did a little bit of a spruce up. Promise me you won't be shocked and scream.
Andy, you're my closest friend. Of course I'm not going to shock and scream just because you decided to do something different.
You absolutely sure?
Absolutely. Nothing that you can do will surprise me. So, come on. Let's get this started. Let's have a look. I'm sure it won't be as bad as you think.
Okay. Here we go.
Jesus Christ! What the hell is that in your face?
It's a moustache, mate. Whoa, hang on.
Why did you tell me you grew a moustache?
I just decided that, one day I was shaving and I'm like, I want to try maybe see how I look at with a stash. And now it's born. Now you have Stash Andy.
Stash Andy. Stanchy. Standy.
Standy?
Standy! That is your new name. Standy.
Just some Standy. Hey. Hey.
I mean, it's not as good as a beloved beard as myself, as you can clearly see.
You got to grow more, mate.
Now I've had to cut it recently just because it was so fucking edgy.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh,
ain't
God,
that
yes.
that's the one thing that's worse about facial hair. Even though we are supposed to be talking about video games, but we'll get to that in just a little bit.
This is more
Thing about
priorities.
More priorities about facial hair is that it is very nice and very sexy to have sometimes, but it's just itchy as all hell. If you got rid of the itchy, I'd have a long beard just like Jack Black or something like that.
You'd also be less good looking than Jack Black. As one sexy man.
Anyway, hello everyone.
How you doing?
Welcome to the Games Innit Podcast. We hope you're having a wonderful day, and we're finally on episode 2.
At long last.
Yeah, we were a bit delayed doing this because it's mostly my fault, which I do apologise for. Sleeping a ton.
Hang on. Quick question.
What?
For the actual video, where am I in relation to you? Are you above me? Are you below me? Are you to the left of me? Or are you to the right of me?
I am to the left of you. You are on the right.
Ah, so you're there then, are you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So, continue. Say that again. Start again, please.
Where do you want me to start? You want to be like, sorry that we're delayed?
Yeah, go into that bit.
All right. Welcome everyone to the Games Innit Podcast. We're finally on episode 2.
Hooray!
And we're very much delayed on that. It's partly my fault due to... I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
For the best.
Well, the best. Yeah, it's mainly my fault due to oversleeping a lot, which I thought I was being lazy for the 1 week. I was at the second week of April. And then we're on the... Oh, wait, now I got to double check. Hang on.
You got to double check when you were lazy.
Yeah, No, sorry. First week of April. First week of April, over the weekend, we were going to do this episode, but then I was lazy. I thought I was lazy, and then last week, the second week of April, I got a really bad case of the flu. And apparently, as per the doctor, the reason why I was sleeping a ton was probably my body was trying to recover before I got hit majorly with it. So
the flu is a bastard. Me and my wife, we've just gone through it as well. And oh my God, it's been the worst.
Yeah. It's not fun to have. But be sure to get your flu shots, everyone. And on top of that, get your COVID shots as well. Because you know what? The COVID and the flu is something that you do not want to be dealing with because Jesus Christ.
It is horrendously bad.
Yeah, I was stuck in bed for most of the week last week. It was not fun. So, yeah. That's the reason why we were delayed on this. So I very much apologize for my body getting sick.
That's okay, ladies and gentlemen. We will forgive him just this once.
Yay, I get forgiven for this one time in my life. Hooray! But we're here now. And before we dive into stuff, James, how the devil have you been since we did the last episode?
I've been pretty good. I've got myself sorted out. Plan my honeymoon, which is happening next week, which I'm so looking forward to. And then just going about working. I'm now on Easter, so I'm off for the next 2 weeks. And I spent the first week, well, technically was last week, was finishing off Pokemon Legends Arceus because it was a fucking arse and a half to get it done. It did take me ages to get into it, but to be fair, it seemed like the same thing with like Breath of the Wild. It took me ages to get into it, then I started getting into it, and I didn't want to put it down. But also, I just wanted God to be transferred over to Pokemon Violet, so I'm sorted now for the next start. So I'm happy that that's now over and done with. And you know, actually, pretty good game. I'm actually say, finally got into it, and finally finished it off. You know what, looking back on it now, it was a good game, and I really did enjoy it. What I don't like is trying to capture every single fucking Pokemon that there is known to man. Especially with some, which is on the space-time continuum. So when does the space-time continuum happen? Oh, it happens at random intervals. So how random are we talking? Oh, it could be hours, it could be days. I've only got a few hours to play this game. Can you just let me have this Pokemon? Sure, really? No. Fuck you!
That's just the beauty of Pokemon Legends Arceus, right? You're like, can you just let me have this? You're like, I've only got an hour left until I have to, like, go to work. Nah.
Oh, no, the thing that gets me afterwards is right at the end of it, though. I finally have a piece of God that I can throw out and use in battles and all that stuff. No one fucking bats on an eyelid. They're just looking at it and just throw out a Pokeball. There is God Almighty of Sinnoh! They're just like, neat. I spent hours. It's telling me this is the sort of reaction I get.
You just get a pat on the head.
Yeah,
good job.
Well done, you.
Well done. You're like, is that it?
That's generally how it feels like with the NPCs. You just sat there going, well done, you. Hey. Well done, you.
Just keep pressing A.
Well done, fuck you!
That's it. You want to get appreciated and get head pats? Just press A.
I caught God. I should be you messiah in the Pokemon world. That's what it should be like.
Should just put that. I just caught God, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Oh my God! I caught God. I caught the Pokemon God, and all I got was a pat on the head.
Yeah, and this shirt for free. Oh, dearie me. Well, sounds like you've had a very, eventful time so far.
Oh, been very eventful. Yes, it has.
Excellent stuff there. Great. So we are here
How about yourself,
to talk
Firstly,
about myself.
You? Yes, how
I
are
was
you?
I was waiting for you to say that. It's like, this is all about James, not about me.
Well, I'm glad you know about it now.
Oh, well, thank you. That warms my heartstrings. Thanks for considering me, mate.
Carry on. We don't have time.
That's true. I've been good. Well, apart from being sick, other than that, I've been good. I have been playing some Sonic X Shadow Generations. I have completed Shadow Generations.
Woo!
Oh my god, I just have to say quickly, even though we talked about it in the pilot, for just a quick review, it's a gift that keeps on giving, Shadow Generations. I always thought I got to the end, there's more stuff. I feel like after that stuff, now it's going to be the end. No, there's more stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. It's just pulling me in all the time. And so, yeah, no, truly, a really wonderful game. A lot of fun, good story. I'm currently on Sonic Generations at the moment. I'm trying to be, of the moment, I'm trying to get S rank on Egg Dragoon hard mode. Once I've done that, I've fully 100%. I mean, I've got all the gamer score on Xbox. That's all done. But I just want to get that S rank and be fully done. And then I can get on and play, finish off Sonic Frontiers DLC. So, but yeah. I mean, if you have you completed it yet, James? Or have you just, no, not yet.
Nope, stuck in Pokemon Arceus, so this time. And now just back in Subnautica, do some creative mode.
Ah, fair dues. Well, definitely when you get the chance to get back into playing Shadow Generations, yeah, you'll love it. It's great. It really is. They really put down Shadow very well in the game.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, so you'll be very happy. You'll be very happy for sure. And yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. As I say, a bit of a delayed episode, but we are here now, and it's April. You know what time it is. We're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh my god, we're going to be like one of the first people to mention about the Nintendo Switch 2.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? My god. We're going to be the first people. Nobody else has talked about it.
No one's ever thought about the idea.
No, yeah, that's very true. They just kept their thoughts in their head. You know, they didn't spew it. They didn't spew out in front of a microphone, recording themselves, and then putting it on the internet.
Yeah, especially 3 weeks after it came out.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who the hell would have that idea?
It beats me.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know, indeed. But we'll talk about it.
Yes, we will.
All right.
So
after you, sir.
So basically, how this is going to go, ladies and gentlemen, is we are actually just about, because Andy has not yet seen the Nintendo Switch Direct yet. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be his first time seeing it all, so he has no idea what to expect. And he's been lying to me, has actually been looking at the things, but we shall see. But what I'm saying is that we'll be able to actually look through the Nintendo Direct, see what we think, and then we're going to give our own little views on the subject itself. Anything we thought was fantastic, what we thought was bad, what we're most looking forward to. I guess we were supposed to go over a little bit of the controversies between the prices. But, we'll get onto that when they come onto that. So, yep. Mr. Andy, are you ready?
Say the word, I'm ready to watch it.
Okay, so we've got it up live on both of us right here, right now. So, without further ado, and here we go!
Due to not getting copyright striked, we will only show our reactions on the video portion of the podcast, and only have the audio of the direct playing at the same time. Enjoy!
We are so nerdy.
Oh, we so are. All right. Let's go! Wild West! This is just going to be the highlights of just both of us dancing all the time.
Oh, damn right.
Hell yeah. So good. You can go in a truck?
You can change clothes halfway through.
What? That's crazy. Waluigi looking like Majima from Yakuza. What the hell? Mario Kart World!
World!
Wahoo!
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm Takuhiro Dota,
Woo!
director for Nintendo Switch 2.
Woo!
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
Let's go, Tetsuya!
What you just saw was Mario Kart World.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
So if it's set in the UK, it's never going to be raining all the time.
That'll be normal
In
for
this
us.
Mario Kart game,
Yeah.
Introducing Knockout Tour.
Now this one I like the idea of.
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Ah, yes. Fortnite
You
on
make it all the
wheels.
way to the finish line?
Basically, you're not fast, you're last.
Exactly. Whoa, okay.
Also go for scenic drives with friends.
The car turns into a
Even take
boat.
Photos together at different locations.
Yep, I'm getting a lot of, what's it called, Sonic Crossworld vibe from it.
Yeah. Definitely getting the All-Stars Racing Transform feel to it, that's for sure, and Crossroads.
That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah, no.
The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whoa!
More details about this title will be shared in the
Shocking.
upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Yes! By the time I'm recording, that's tomorrow.
Whoa!
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Oh my god, they're the exact same thing!
Joy-Con 2,
Actually, they're not.
C button.
There's a C button on it.
A C
New
button?
experiences it offers.
Lay it on me. It's Discord. On your
It's Discord Nintendo.
Nintendo Discord.
A new feature. for
Introducing
Nintendo Switch 2.
Discord on your Switch.
You can also share your game screen.
Oh my
Oh, the
god.
frame rate at the bottom.
Oh, no, my eyes.
Okay, I got it.
I'm getting a headache just like looking at that.
You can
This takes screen watching though to a brand new meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that
Are
one.
you screen watching me? You're letting me watch you.
You're letting me watch you. Therefore, I am screen watching you. Playing GoldenEye on the N64 expansion, like, you're cheating. Why? Because you're looking at my screen. Well, turn it fucking off then.
Knock it off then.
Oh, no.
Even worse.
No. Why would you put yourself through that torture?
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, that is. Yeah, that's.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button.
Yeah, what's the
With
C button do?
you can pull up a chat menu.
Okay. That's a Switch 2
By connecting
webcam.
this camera to the system.
That's a Switch 2 webcam.
Hey,
Hey, what's up? Hello.
How's everyone doing? Good?
you can appear on
Great.
screen.
That is an accessory that I will never be getting.
Just doesn't seem. It seems a bit weird, doesn't it?
It's odd. You know what you could do? You could just use Discord. I mean, okay, that feature's pretty cool. I like that.
Using game chat.
But Mario, Super Mario Party, yeah.
Yeah, and it just shows your webcam on there. I mean, that's pretty dope.
Play to
A A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
You must have
However,
Nintendo Switch Online.
Since we'd like as many people as
Who
possible,
doesn't have Nintendo Switch Online though?
it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
Oh yay! Game Chat open access period until March next year. Get 1 year of free and then you have to pay.
I mean, to be fair, it's better than saying you need to pay. It's better than boosting their prices up for it.
It's true. It's true.
Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo
Oh,
Switch.
it's
The system's thickness
my
remains
screen's
the same.
bigger than yours. 120
The screen
FPS.
supports up to 120 frames per second.
Only available on compatible games.
Smoother gameplay and supported titles.
Does that mean Breath of the Wild's finally going to be at 40 FPS?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
The LCD screen is strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release
People are
button
going to break
on the
it.
back.
People are going to break it.
Someone's actually tested this.
Yeah.
And basically clipped it in and it just hanged it by its by the remote, and it fucking stayed put.
Wow, okay. Must be some pretty strong magnets in. Oh, we're getting bigger joysticks.
Each Joy-Con 2
Which means
controller
bigger Joy-Con drifts.
Way.
games. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
So if your friend makes a smoothie, you won't hear shit.
Even if you don't have a surround sound. Place your Nintendo Switch 2
I'd be done.
wherever you like.
That's going into the highlights without context. It's just you just
You
like
can move it freely, like this.
Yes.
Can that be used to charge? Because if so,
Connecting a USB-C camera or charging
Thank-
in tabletop mode.
thank God. Not on the bottom anymore, for God's sake.
What if you did both at the same time? Would that charge the power quicker?
With 256
There's only one way to
internal
find out.
storage.
Also, yo.
That of Nintendo Switch.
Okay,
Storing
that's
your game
a lot.
downloads,
That's a
save
lot.
data, and more.
A hell of a lot more.
Reading
Yeah,
and writing data
Jesus.
is also faster. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
Really?
Physical and
You can
digital
play
games
Switch
are
2
supported.
games on a Switch 2? Wow.
Who saw that coming?
Mind blown. Mind blown.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital
Here's the
game
kicker,
on
though.
the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're
As a
interested.
paid digital only game.
Now, I'd like to
That's
share
a
more
paid
information regarding
digital game.
That's
No. Why the hell did they put that with the Nintendo Switch 2
Switch 2 titles.
thing? I have no idea. That would have been perfect to just say, by the way, here you go, here's the game for free. It's not even a game, it's just something.
It's just
As an opening.
it's just a tour to just show you how the Joy-Cons work and all that. Oh, you got to pay for that. Fuck that.
Switch 2 will also
Yeah.
work with micro SD
Jesus
express
Christ.
They're a
Gonna be
different
like
type of
$40
SD
or
card
something.
And will make hot. Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not.
Oh,
be
wonderful,
compatible.
beautiful, amazing. It's red.
It's red!
It's red. It's red. It's red.
You can log into your Nintendo account to.
That's how I dance when I'm drunk.
Just like,
Bowser
my question is though, is, again, with the camera,
hit blocks to collect the most
can I see the outline of you? Or do you need to have like a green screen behind you?
I think it gets the outline. I think no green screen is needed, which is
Yeah.
impressive.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates,
Ah, yes.
And also
Give us more money, even though you already own the
which
game.
makes the image more
This is the question though, is
so you can play with
how
smooth-
much are these upgrade packs going to be?
That is.
Plus,
I would
Because
go-
you say
you can
pay.
get even more out of your
I
adventures
hope
in
it's
Hyrule
like maybe
using
like
Zelda
$10,
Remix.
$15 or £10. If it's like
I really fucking hope so.
If it's
Access
30 or
to the
more,
Nintendo Switch app on
rip
smart
off.
devices. It's a game
Oh my
specific
God.
And you speaking about Zelda.
the grass isn't
For
like
example, it can
dropping the
help guide you to
frames of the
various
game.
locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't.
It's Google Maps for you.
It's Google Maps for Hyrule.
Yeah.
forgotten land.
Make a U-turn. U-turn.
Additional storage space. exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
At the
along
next-
with improved graphics
At the Ganondorf site, please turn right.
This story takes place in the Forgotten
When you see Varnaburus, please turn left.
It's causing some mysterious
If you hit the waters and ponds, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
We hope you're looking
Prime 4, baby. Finally, we're getting something.
In addition to standard controls, you can use
The one thing I want
We
is
have
a
now-
freaking Star Fox game.
on Switch 2.
We have now officially reached the stage where the Switch is turning itself into a PC.
Yeah. The only thing is, if Prime 4 and Pokemon Legends doesn't have any extra game modes for the Switch 2 and it's just the base game, you could just get the Switch 1 game and it'll be cheaper.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
We hope you're looking
Depends on how much the upgrade packs are going to be. 'Cause like I said, if it's like $10-15 makes sense.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I've seen this one. This actually looks pretty decent.
Oh!
It's wheelchair basketball essentially.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Drag X Drive. It's pretty much like Rocket League, but basketball and wheelchairs.
Pretty much. But knowing how to do like jump, like how to spin your car like 365 degrees or something.
Yeah. High
I love the
five.
fact that you can just dive bomb into the baskets.
Yeah. Okay. What we getting?
I have long
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
this world is in dark.
How badly is it gonna play on a Switch 2?
I don't think they would have released it on the Switch too. They didn't think it was gonna play badly though.
I'm kind of worried about the frame rate on that, honestly.
I mean, you won't be too worried about seeing unless it suddenly goes, a monster goes and does that, and the next thing you know, it's already on the floor.
Then you're just like, oh, I'm already dead.
Well, yeah.
Tarnished. Amiibos are still a thing? Wait, what?
Apparently so.
Ah, that's crazy.
Amiibo cards are apparently a thing too.
Yeah.
As we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
No, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Same.
Children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
You could pet the dog. Best game ever.
Yep, you can pet the dog. That's all we need though.
You now, for Nintendo Switch 2 users, you can now do microtransactions that give us all your money.
EA Sports probably would do. Let's be honest.
What's that?
Microtransactions. It's in the game.
It's in the game. J.K. Rowling's a bitch. Sorry. Freaking SpongeBob?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob and Tony Hawk?
Hello, this is Christian.
Never knew that was a thing though.
Yeah.
We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to
Everywhere.
Nintendo Switch
Are we
2.
going to get GTA 6 on the Switch too?
As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47.
I mean, that'd be funny as hell, but I don't see that happening.
I mean, we got Hitman,
How
so.
each mission
Now, this I'm looking forward to.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Ooh.
You got Bond on the Switch too.
The story of
Is it going to be Daniel Craig, or is it going to be, are they going to make their own Bond?
Probably their own Bonds, considering what happened with Daniel Craig last time.
Yeah.
high definition.
Oh, it's going to tell the story of how everything leads up to Tears of the Kingdom, eh?
Exactly the same as what they've done with Age of Calamity.
Yeah. So this is pretty much Zelda's story.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm actually looking forward. I am really looking forward to this one. It's probably one of the things I would get for it.
Same, actually.
You can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy this.
Please
Okay.
take a look at this.
What are we getting? Oh, finally! Finally! Oh my god.
Switch Online
Jesus.
expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo
Thank
Switch
you.
2. Nintendo GameCube will be
Okay,
available
come
at
on.
launch.
Give me Star Fox. Just give me Star Fox Adventures. That's all I want. Just give me something Star Fox related, I'll be over the moon.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and
Where's
higher
Star
resolution
Fox?
than the original releases. You can also check the
Nintendo, you
controls
gotta
for each title and
stop.
customize them to
You
your liking.
gotta stop, like, not showing that franchise love.
More titles will be added.
Alright,
in the
is it showing up? Okay, come on, hurry up. Okay.
Nintendo
God
GameCube,
damn it.
Nintendo Classics,
I think we're missing out the fact, Andy.
Yeah.
Switch Online Plus expansion
Pokemon Coliseum.
launches the same day
Yeah, and
as the
Pokemon
first
XD.
release.
That's gonna be a thing.
And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will
Woo!
also be released.
That's gonna sell out
It can
quickly.
connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access.
Yep, because the Nintendo 64 one really sold out as well.
I know. I really want to get an N64 one, but I know this is gonna sell out as well.
Will also be available.
Well,
with
actually, get the.
Nintendo
I think there
Switch.
should be N64 ones available now.
Whether
good.
you're familiar with
You can expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
He does not sound enthusiastic though.
He's probably just been told, right, we're releasing it on the Switch 2. We need you to go out and say it. But I don't know if we can release it on the Switch 2. Just fucking do it! Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yo, you can't forget
Of
Fortnite.
course.
Can't forget Fortnite.
Nope. Of course that's going to be in there.
Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer. Oh, okay. You got me curious.
Professor
on that.
Layton. And in a new world of Steam.
Steam.
The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
All right. What we gonna get?
That's just a game. Just a guy just sitting down on his ass dead.
Breathtaking. Game of the year.
Absolutely. 10 out of 10.
Mwah.
My blood.
I don't want your blood. I don't know where it's been.
That's why we have the lab.
Yeah.
My life.
I don't want your life. I don't know where it's been.
Just pricks the finger. Wait a minute.
And transport him.
Yep. No thanks.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, we're fine. Oh, is this the new Elden Ring? Big Ben!
To be fair, first time I saw this, I thought this was Castlevania.
Interesting. That kind of makes sense, actually.
You look at that and you think Castlevania. That's all I'm saying.
When I saw the character, I'm like, oh yeah, that does kind of resemble Castlevania. Huh. Okay. Interesting.
It's a giant frog with boobs.
Some people might be into that.
Yeah, never introduced me.
Contemplating out the moon. As
God, I can't wait to see that death certificate.
Yeah.
How did he die? He got eaten by a T-Rex. I'm sorry, what?
Huh? How? Come again.
And one alone.
The Dusk Bloods. Oh, all right. I thought that was a new Elden Ring game. I got
So everyone else.
that. You baited me. Only
That's just
on
it. Mouse
Switch
Wings
2.
2026.
Only on Switch 2.
Only on Switch 2.
Saw was a brand new game by From Software.
God, I hope they bring us Subnautica 2 on Nintendo Switch 2.
Please take a look at this.
They would have to, right?
They have to.
Yeah. Star? New Kirby game? New Kirby game. Oh, is that a new Kirby Air Ride? Are we getting a new Kirby racing game? We are. Oh my god, they're bringing it back. They better be putting the original on the GameCube on the collection. They better. This is coming out.
Kirby Air Riders.
Riders. Alright. You got me curious. Oh, it's coming out this year? What?
Kirby Air Ride. Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
A last trailer? What's this?
Yep.
It's Donkey Kong.
Guess who's back?
Oh boy. He's...
The Kong's back.
Enhanced Kong. Oh my god. Okay. You know, I'm kind of growing into enjoying Donkey Kong's new style.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like the cartoon. I kind of like the cartoony look.
But basically off the Mario movie, aren't they?
Pretty much, they are. I kind of like that style. I'm all for it, honestly. Bananza.
Donkey Kong Bananza.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go.
There we are. That's the direct.
There's a direct. Interessante. Interessante indeed. And now, back to the review.
And that's the end of the Nintendo Direct. So, what did you think then, Andy?
There's a lot to dive in, pretty much. There is a lot to dive in on this. It looks good. Like, okay, they definitely have upped the Switch too from how it was, the original Switch, and as I said, this isn't just an upgraded Switch. We're starting it from the ground up, and yeah, I mean, okay. It's interesting to see.
And he is lost for words. He's lost for words.
I'm lost for words. Take my money, Nintendo. No. I mean, like, the bigger screen, like, way bigger, which is cool. The ability for the console to actually run games in 4K? 4K? Like, and 60 FPS. Or you can always lower that and actually have 1080p and 120 FPS, which I feel the majority of people and gamers are going to go for that route because I think they much prefer the FPS versus the resolution. And plus also, I think for most gamers, they don't have a 4K monitor. Some of them do, some of them don't. I know I don't. So, I mean, you know, no. So it'll be fine for me, 1080p, 120 FPS. You know, oh my god, we're going to get enhanced games such as from Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, which actually will be able to run the grass super smooth, hopefully.
Yeah, so we can actually be able to see the quest given us by the play the grass.
I know, and who knows? It's going to be, maybe it'll be up from 20 FPS when, you know, you walk through the grass to a whopping 40 FPS. What an enhancement.
Absolute enhancement. I can't wait for that extra 20 frames per second.
Oh, it's going to be marvelous, I'd say.
Absolutely marvelous.
So, yeah, I mean, all in all, like, we'll go into it. There was some good stuff. There's some stuff that I was excited about. There was some stuff where I'm like, that's cool. And then there's other bits where I'm like, what the frick? It's like, okay, sure thing, I guess. There were some, you know, accessories and, you know, some additional, like, you know, little things you can add into your games, which it's a neat concept, but my God, how is it going to play? How is it going to pan out? we'll go into that in just a little bit. But yeah, in terms of like, how it is, I think it's definitely got potential. I don't think Nintendo are going to pull the Wii U the Wii U way when they made an enhanced Wii and nobody wanted it. I was worried that it was going to be like the Wii U in a sense of like, it's just an enhanced Switch, nobody's going to buy it. If they say they built it from the ground up, so I'm like, okay, I kind of believe you. Like you've updated this, and it looks interesting. It looks interesting. Do I say it's good? It's a little bit good. Am I excited for it? I'm a little bit excited for it. Not so much that I want to get it day one, but it's Nintendo has to move up with the times in terms of software and hardware. So, so this is just their way of trying to, get themselves back up, to be able to release, games in higher quality or, games that are of higher quality, but wouldn't be able to play on the Switch. But we'll, get into that a little bit later on. James, your comments on the Switch 2 for you.
So, the Switch is probably one of the best consoles I've ever had. It basically paid for... I used it for deployments, and they basically paid for itself during the first... I've had that Switch now for a good 3-4 years. That's the Switch OLED version. I got it for Tears of the Kingdom, and since then I've just utterly enjoyed it. And in a way, I'm actually looking forward to Switch 2. I think it's a good idea, the fact that Nintendo haven't gone for something completely changed. As in, they knew how great the Switch works. They know that the Switch 2 could be, as you said correctly, better graphics, better software, better all this stuff. Better hardware, sorry. But they realised that the whole point of the Switch, and it's the best part about it, was how it interacted with people and players. And I think what they've done is they've taken everything that was bad about the Switch, and they've now moved it into a position where they are trying to eliminate all the worst parts that they had of the Switch. Like the screen wasn't that big. Okay, let's fucking build it up then. We didn't like the idea of the little clanky controllers. No worries, we're going to make it bigger so you can actually play a game on it properly. Oh, but it's so flimsy trying to hold it up. No worries, we're going to have a magnet, it's going to attach it, and that ain't coming out. But what about the power and all of this stuff? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to increase that, and we're going to give it better hardware and better playing funds. But what about the upgrades to the system? Well, we're going to do this. See, this is how I'm thinking what's going on with Nintendo when they built the Switch 2 was, let's keep the basic concept, the template of the Switch. Let's put everything into it that was bad in a list. What was bad? How do we improve it? And then we throw it in there. And I know we made fun of the whole game chat system, because essentially it's Nintendo Discord. But I really like that idea. I love the fact of being able to talk to each other whilst you're playing the game. So the little one at the bottom where you actually see like what they're doing. Yeah, the frame rate is horrendously bad, but I love the fact that you could, and it's great as well, the fact that you can play different games. Like if we were basically on the same game chat, for example, you could be playing Sonic Frontiers on the Switch 2, for example. I'll be playing Legend of Zelda, and we'd be able to see what we're doing at the same time.
Yeah, I mean that. God, with the lag. Oh yeah, but the one thing where I would say it was kind of like a bit of a mess and stuff was the game chat. It's like, oh my god, it's Discord on the Switch. It's like, I mean, it's a great concept. Like, I will admit, it is a great concept. And for some of the games that you can buy, you can play with it. You can use the game chat with it, which is pretty cool. But I think it's limited at the moment. Will it be limited maybe in say a year or two? Will there be games that will enhance the game chat experience? Who knows? I mean, right now it's as we know, it's limited, but hopefully they'll do stuff to improve it. Yeah, but when you say like I'm playing front, could you imagine like oh, James, quick, put my screen up. I need to show you something in Frontiers. All right, you see this? Yeah, right. I'm gonna run. Like I'm running at normal speed, 60 FPS. You're just seeing like it. Yeah, pretty much. It's like it's gonna be so disorientating when I'm facing an enemy and just everything is just lights and colours just hitting your eyes. I'm like, look at this, James, I'm beating this boss. Meanwhile, James, my eyes.
What the hell happened? I don't know. It just froze.
It just froze. Yeah, it's frozen to brightness, and I can't see.
Wait, when did you turn to supersonic? When did that happen?
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, it's yeah, it's a good concept. It's a good concept. It's just the style of how it looks. I mean, you could have made it a little bit less Discordy, just saying, but you know,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. And
well, I mean,
there's
fair.
A lot of people out there, including us. Well, I mean, we can't really say anything. We're currently using Discord as it is, so we can't exactly say it's a bad thing, can we?
No, we can't say it's a bad thing. No, we can't.
So I can see why. So I can see why Nintendo have jumped on there. But for me, it feels like Nintendo with their hardware, they try to be futuristic or future-proof, I guess. Mm-hmm. Where their consoles are pretty damn good to begin with, and then they'll have like a good five, maybe 7 years ahead of the times to say, okay, well, here's what we've got so far. Because by the time the new games in 7 years come out, where the Switch 2 won't be able to play them, they've probably got another few more years where they can go, well, we can update this, but then now we can work on a new project, a Switch 3, for example, or something. And personally, I don't know if I will get it first time, because my Switch is still brilliant. I still love it. But I would say I see myself in a few years' time getting myself a Switch 2 with ease.
Yeah, same. Day one, there's people out there that get consoles day one, and that's fair. That's fair. You want to get in with the hype, pretty much. You want to get it like straight away and be like, I'm one of the first people to play this, you know, and show it off if you stream or if you make content on the internet. Yeah, I'm the same. I've never really been a day one console collector.
Also, I feel like if you're a day one console collector, you're picking it up at the worst time to pick up a console, because the software is not going to be used to like all these people going on to these into the servers and all that stuff. Give it a good 3-4 months out when they've patched all the major issues on day one, and you'll have a console that you'll treasure for a long, long time.
Unless they connect it to the Switch servers, like if the Switch servers are pretty much Switch and Switch 2, then it should be fine. But if they're building like brand new servers, I would most probably say it's probably connected. You know, the Switch servers are pretty much for Switch and Switch 2, and if that's the case, then you might have a little bit of issues, but probably not as huge. Because maybe it could take the amount of players that are playing it, especially online. So I mean, we'll just wait and see on that. But you are right. It's like day one. You know, that's when the bugs are gonna happen. Some things are not gonna run as well as it should until they get like a big patch update. Yeah, it is just a case of like give it a few months or even give it a year. Let the console and let the system. Just let it get updated, let it get patched up, and then once you get it, then a year's time, you will have a decently good console that has been updated, and the foundations have been remade in some ways, or just improved to make it stronger. So yeah, definitely, I would say if you're considering it. I mean, for me, I'm probably maybe a year, maybe 2 years. I mean, when did the PS5 come out?
Oh, Lord knows when.
Was that like 20? Was it? No, it wasn't 29. Was it 2020? I think it was 2020.
2020. No, that was. No, PS4 5 did come out 2020. It must have come out a few years ago. I'd say maybe 2022, 23.
Yeah, maybe round about then. But it's like, I only got one last year.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the thing. It's like, don't go straight away because, the prices are going to be astronomical for a console at the start. Wait until the prices go down. And that's what I've seen a lot of people say, especially with the console. We'll get to the prices like later on into the show. But people will say...
Sorry, remind me of this because there is something I want to bring up about this, but we will save it for the price part.
Oh yeah, exactly. But yeah, people say because the price will drop, and it will. You might get an Amazon Prime Day sale, or EB Games GameStop. They might do a sale where you can get like the Switch 2 at a discounted price, and it's like, yeah, cool, all right, yeah, get it then. But yeah, it's probably best. I mean, people buy it day one. If you get it day one, yeah, that's cool as well. Get on it and like stress test everything and see what works, see what doesn't work, and like go from there. But yeah, no, I'm kind of leaning on like I'm not getting it in like I'll probably get one in like a year or a couple years time, honestly.
The thing is, though, we have said that we won't get it straight away. However, there's not us talking that we're not going to get it. We actually do feel like we are going to get this because we do like the idea of it. So
100%.
That's probably good there. It's not because we're talking against it as if to say we don't want to get it. We're just saying we are going to get it, just not right away.
Yeah, pretty much. I am, as I've always said, I'm a raging Nintendo nerd. And, no matter what, whenever Nintendo brings out a new console, I'm always going to get one. Nintendo, every time they bring out a new console, always likes to raw dog me with no lube.
Ew, that's nasty.
I always get raw dogged by Nintendo. It always happens. That's just how it be. It's just how it be in this life. It's how it be as a Nintendo fan. Get raw dogs and you like it. You look so disgusted.
I am not saying a word whatsoever with that.
But yeah, anyway, moving on from raw dogging.
Raw dogging. Let's go from raw dogging to dog war. Or something
Dog
like that.
war.
I don't know.
Something.
We need to do something.
Let's talk about the first trailer that came out from the Direct, which was Mario Kart World.
It was about bloody time that they brought out a new Mario Kart. I don't know how many more of the what they're called. I don't know how many more of the GP like old tracks we were going to get before they realised at this stage we might as well just get a brand new game. I'll be honest, I'm actually looking forward to it. I think this is a great upgrade from the normal Mario Kart ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that both of them are, what's the word? The new one is great that it's open. Well, they're jumping onto the whole open world sort of thing anyway. That was always going to happen with new games like that. But I like the fact how they've gone open world, but they haven't made it like forced it down your throat.
Yeah, no, yeah, I when we saw that, and before you popped on when you were getting everything set up on your computer, I did look at the Treehouse Live, so I saw like a little bit more of like what the game's gonna be, and yeah, it there's a few things I want to talk about, which is a bit like, I saw it and I'm like, oh cool, this is gonna happen, and then it didn't happen, and I'm like, oh well, that's deflated.
I think we may be on the exact same. I think we both might have the same opinion. If you're thinking if I'm thinking what you're thinking about.
So what I'm thinking of is like Grand Prix mode. So you start off, let's say Mushroom Cup, and you're on Mario Circuit, and you do a free lap race.
Hang on. Tell you what, I'm gonna say. Hang on. This is exactly what I think.
All right. Are you writing it down and then you're going to show it to be like, are we thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, we get a new game. We get a new game, everyone. Right off the spot, improvisation. I love it. Improv at its finest.
Absolutely. Right. There it is. It's going to stay up the entire time until after we're finished. Can you see that?
No, I can't see anything behind that.
Perfect. Okay. So, tell me what your issue was.
So, start off Mario Circuit, right, on Mushroom Cup. You do a 3-lap race. That's cool. And then it's like, right, now you got a race from track 1 to track 2. That's cool. Okay, that adds on to the open world. And you drive on the highway or motorway or freeway, whatever you want to bloody call it. And then you get to the next course. Sweet. You do 1 lap of that course and you finish. And what I thought was going to be like, because you have 24 players, so maybe it's like you do a course, that's first course, then it's the highway, that's another race. You get to the second course, get points. Then after that, you then do 3 laps around that course. You do like a proper Grand Prix. 1 lap after the traveling to new course. Yep, I knew it. We're thinking the same thing.
That's exactly the issue I had when I first saw that.
And it's like, you finish the course, and I'm like, okay, cool, we're going to do 3 laps of it. And then of the treehouse, it's like, all right, now we're going to go to this course. I'm like, wait, we only did like 1 lap.
1 lap? What the hell?
Like, what? And then it's like, okay, got to go to this one. And then it's like, no, like, stop, hold on. I would have liked it. Like, yes, it would have been like, you would have done like 8 races. That's fine, because you have 24 players. You should double up the races so that people can have a chance of winning, you know? And I felt like maybe, like, I was excited for that. That was the one thing I was excited for, was like, oh, so you race to the course, you do a lap to then get ready to be at in the positions, and then you start the full race of 3 laps. But instead, you just do 1 full lap as the final lap, and then you go to the next course. That deflated me a bit. I was like, I get it with the open world concept, but no, no.
What they should have done, I felt, was, and I'm so happy we agreed this exact same thing. But what I like the idea of is, you do the 3 laps of the first race, you travel to the next course. And then as you travel through the next course, you then switch positions wherever you are.
Mm-hmm.
But then what I was thinking is, there's a finish line sort of thing right at the beginning of, say, where the final straight is, during that course. When you pass that finish line, that gives you points. But then what you do is, congratulations, you were top of the race. You get 5 extra points. If you were like second to third, you get 4 points. 3 point, some for 3 points, some for 2 points, some for 1 point, 0 if you got nothing, like you didn't finish the race.
24th to 20th or something like that.
Sort of, yeah. And then what you do then is you drive, and then whatever cart you're in then puts themselves into that position. And then once every player has loaded it up, ready to go, then Lakatu comes down and goes, beep, 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 beep. That would have been absolutely perfection, because then you get a little sprint. You get a little sprint race as well. And what would be great as well if, say, for example, you did do well in the races, but you did fucking brilliantly on the sprints, trying to get yourself there. You get extra points for completing the sprints.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of it, you would have a lot more points to. Excuse me, having a cold there. Thank you. So. Yeah, have it racing, but then you don't go straight into the lap, because by the time first place may have finished, 24th might have just started their race, and then that's it. What's the point? Whereas get everyone into their starting positions, ready to go, and then as everyone's as soon as everyone's in, there'll be a case of, right, new course now. I know how to do this. There's Lakatu. Let's go. and then off you go. And then everybody starts from near enough the exact same spot, rather than doing the full 3 laps. And I thought that would be absolutely brilliant to do.
I agree. I feel like something like that would work tremendously for Grand Prix. You know, I don't know if they were just being like, oh, we don't want to make it too long. It doesn't matter. You know, you're adding extra stuff to the game. Like, just keep it as a 3 laps for every course. You know, it's just
have it for the versus races at least. If you're going to do it for Grand Prix, then fair enough. But for the love of God, implement that as part of the versus.
Yeah, the one thing I would like to see, because the one thing they do also have is knockout, which, as we said during the review, during the direct, it's Fortnite on wheels, pretty much. And but you know, I mean, also being serious, they're taking it from like the F-Zero 99 standpoint. You know, if you make it through a specific position, you survive and make it through to the next race. And then what they do is like, you know, you go to different like locations and stuff. It doesn't have to be like, oh, the Mushroom Cup. I think it's like it's custom, so you can pick what courses, or the courses are different, so it's like from different cups and everything. Which if that's the case, that's great. And if you made like a lobby, the one thing I would like to see is if you play versus, for example, or you do knockout, is to, you know, select the courses that you want to play, so you can build your own like tracks, so to say. So you could be like, okay, Mario Circuit, but then I'm going up to this course as opposed to down here, and then I'm going down here, and I'm going that way, and then I'm going this way. You know, so it's like build your own like course way. So then that way, you know, you don't have to pick like the first course on every cup. You could pick the last course on Mushroom Cup, and you could do 3 laps there and do that. So, you know, if you could do that, that'd be great. And if you can allow, you know, to do 3 laps in every other race that course that you go into, that's good as well. You know, you know, the knockout I get, because it's like you're pretty much keeping on going. So every course you go to, you do 1 lap, and then you do the freeway, and then you go into the other course, do a lap, freeway, lap, you know, and you're going trying to get to be the last racer standing. That's fine. But, you know, in terms of if you do online, and if you do like, say, like versus, and you have your own private lobby, I hope that you can be allowed to, you know, do like, okay, 3 laps on this course, go here. 3 laps on this course, go here. If you could do that, great. I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's kind of just only having 1 lap on a course. That's the second, third, or last course. Bit deflating, honestly. That's the one pet peeve I have.
I'm hoping you're right though. It's just because if they did 3 laps on all of them, this would be so fucking long. So they've decided, fuck it, we're going to do this instead. Luckily, the thing's coming out tomorrow, as time of recording. The Treehouse is bringing out a exclusive on Mario World. It's going to go a lot more in depth with it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll have a bit more information. I'm hoping as well as they'll explain a little bit more about Mario Kart World and say, here's what you can do. If you're in versus mode, here's what you can do. If you're on karts, here's what you can do too. So hopefully, this is just a sort of, we don't want to spend too long doing this, so we're giving you the very brief insight, the abridged version of it. But if it hasn't, then what I'd like to see is I hope they bring it out in a future software update.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, we're talking about the Switch 2 this time, so we'll probably talk more about maybe Mario Kart World in May's edition of the show. You know, just to get more insight as to what's going on. But from what we've seen so far, you know, all in all, excited. I like the new the character styles. Like Mario's different a little bit, which is cool. Luigi looks a little bit different as well, I think. And then also Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has changed. He doesn't look too serious now. He looks very cartoonish, from the movie, which is pretty cool. So, and I do like that style of Donkey Kong, honestly. So, you know, it's great that we have that.
You looked very happy when you saw that when Donkey Kong Bonanza came through.
Yes, we'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about that a little bit. But yeah, no, I at first when I saw Donkey Kong, like when the first Mario Kart World trailer came out, and I'm like, that's a bit odd. He doesn't look a bit serious this time. And then I'm like, actually, I kind of like it. I kind of like the style of Donkey Kong. And then, yeah, seeing him more on Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm like, okay, I am all in on this new Kong. So this new style of DK. So yeah, I'm all down for that. Also, the character costumes. You can change your costumes like mid-race as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. You can have like Tourist Mario, or you can have like Rocker Bowser and stuff. And I'm like, yo, okay, I'm down for this. I am. So yeah, all in all, Mario Kart World. I mean, bit deflated with the Grand Prix, but other than that, I mean, it looks fun in a way. I do like the fact that the new thing now is the wall drive. You know, normally we had like the anti-gravity. Now we've got like wall kicking, so to say. So it's like you do and rail grinding. So they're doing a bit of Sonic here in sense of grinding on a rail and then jumping and then going on like a wall and just driving and doing wall jumps. So that kind of is like a new thing.
It's a little ironic that Sonic the Hedgehog stole a hell of a lot from Mario Kart, and now Mario Kart's done the exact same thing, just stealing from them.
Yeah, pretty much. And now there's boat. Your car could be a boat. So yeah, definitely copied that from like Sonic and All Stars Racing Transform / Sonic Cross Worlds. So, but yeah, all in all, great. Looking forward to playing some Mario Kart World for sure.
Absolutely as well. So after that was the actual Switch itself, which again we got over a little bit of it earlier, but I love how it looks. The controllers as well, they look pretty damn good. The actual handheld as well, it looks like it's built for people to be able to play it properly rather than the chunky ones that you normally had. I like the fact the controllers are now magnetic, and I've actually seen someone who's actually because a lot of people would say, "Oh, they're going to easily break. Look at that, they're going to easily fucking break," and all that. I remember seeing a video of some guy who had a Switch 2, just slid the controller in, clipped it on, and then held it with the controller by the handle itself, and basically just like shaking it about, and that wasn't moving an inch.
Damn. Okay, so it is reliable. It's a reliable magnet. So
there's a lot of people who have probably caught on to that and gone, yeah, you know what? We're going to make these controllers very powerful to make sure they are staying on like hell. And then literally one click at the button at the button at the behind it, and voila, it comes off, which I think is really good.
I don't think you're never going to see me do that. You know, like lift my Switch like that, because what happens? I'm going to accidentally press the button. Like, look, it's reliable. It's like, oh shit!
Click, bang! Well, there goes £500.
Yeah, there goes $700 of my money. It's like, which again, price come later.
And the one thing that really irritated me actually about it though was not the actual hardware itself. The hardware, I expected nothing less than updated graphics and updated hardware and all that side of things. It was one of the games they were releasing for it. The Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Yes.
You're paying £60 for a game that basically describes the like the Nintendo Switch 2 and all its part in there. I just think it might have been so much better if you had actually included it as a free download. Say, right, because some people who've never had the Switch 2, who've never had a Switch before, that might be beneficial, but forking out £40 just to see what the new Switch is all about, it's pretty ridiculous.
I hope it's not going to be that much. I honestly, like, when it said, oh, it's going to be a paid digital experience, I'm like, no, this is something, like, as you said, this is something that should be free to play. There was something, I forget, Like there was a game on the Wii U which was I think it was free. I don't know. There was like, think of it as like PlayStation, as the Playroom. Remember like the Playroom? Like
or Wii Sports on the Wii.
Yeah. I think because you get that game for free as well with the bundle. But it's like, picture it as like the Playroom on PlayStation. Like every time you get a PlayStation, that's included. And like you don't pay for it, and you play it. There's games on it that you can just experience that on the PS5, on the PS4. You know, just do it like that. Just have it as a free pre-installed game on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
And like the fact that it's just a game that explains what to do with your Joy-Cons, what to do with this, the history of the Switch 2, how is it made, and it's like, and we're going to give you all these demos and mini games. Oh, but you got to pay like $20 for it. It's like, what? No. I'm sorry if I give it to me for free and I'll try it. But if it's a paid experience, sorry, I don't want the experience, Nintendo. It's like, I don't want the experience. No. It's like, that kind of got me a little bit annoyed on that because, I mean, hopefully, if it's cheap, if it's like, £2 or $5 or something like that. Okay, fair enough. It's like, you're making it very cheap. I'm okay with that. If you're gonna make it into like kind of like up on the price of terms of like how like third party games are gonna be like in the $40s or $50 or the £30 or £40, I ain't paying for that. I'm sorry, what? What? No way. Absolutely not. That I hope as well. If they, if you don't have the expansion Nintendo Switch Online, then you have to pay for the game. But if you get the Nintendo Switch Online with the expansion pack, and you get it for free, okay, I'm cool with that. But if you have to pay like kind of like a third, like same for a third party game, I'm not getting it. Like,
definitely not.
Just to learn about the history of the Switch 2. Yeah, no thanks.
I don't need to learn the history of the Switch 2. I already know it.
Yeah, I already know. Because we saw the directs. It's like, that's all we need. See, the one thing for me is the Switch 2 editions of games. So we've got Super Mario Party Jamboree, we've got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, we've got Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. All right, cool. Like, of course, like it's just gonna be, with like enhanced improvements of graphics, gameplay, and also additional add-on content, especially on Kirby and Super Mario Party, which is great. And then it's a case of like, oh, if you have the original Switch version, you can buy for the upgraded pack. I get it because PlayStation did it, especially with some of their games. Pay something extra, you get the enhanced version if you have the game. Okay, fair enough. With how much, we can go into the price discussion now if you want, just to get it out of the way. Because every time we're going to talk about games, we are going to be talking about the prices. Price. So we might as well just get it out the way. But
just rip that band-aid off straight away.
Rip that band-aid off. Just let it heal. Like put some salt in it and then just let it heal. But see, this is the thing for me. Because Nintendo have always for their first party titles, they always increase the prices. It's always been like £30-40 or $50 to $60, or for me here in Canada, $70 to $90. It costs $70 to $90 for a Switch game, for a Mario or Zelda or a Pokemon game, and it's like that is a lot of money. And games. The Switch 2 games are going to be even more expensive. I mean, like for me, for Canada, it's going to be triple digits. It's going to be £100, £110 per game. So what the frick? I mean, how much is it supposed to be in the UK?
I think it's like 60 quid or something in the UK, 80 quid something.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like, how you think people are going to be paying like that much for a single game all the time? Absolutely not. So the one thing I always wanted, like, you know, and game companies will never do this because they have to think of the money. Yay, capitalism. But the thing is, for me, is like, if you have a copy of a game that has a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, I would just love it if Nintendo did like, hey, because you've supported us for these number of years, like, you know, we will give like you the enhanced version for free. Like, if they did that, like, Nintendo's got so much money in the bloody bank. Like, you would think that they could just give it enhanced. If you don't have the copy of the game, I mean, like, I get it in a way where it's like, you know, but if you give like the enhanced version for free, people will just buy the Switch 1 version. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I get that, and I understand that. This is why I'm thinking of an idea is like, if you bought a game for the Switch and you have played it for a consecutive number of hours on your Switch 1, when you get a Switch 2, the Switch 2 will notice how many hours you played of that game, and if you've played a consecutive amount of hours, you then get the enhanced version for free. If it's under that consecutive amount of hours, then yeah, you have to pay for it. But it's just a way of being like, hey, thanks for buying our games, thanks for playing it a ton, here is the enhanced version for free, so you could be able to experience it a whole lot more as a way of saying thank you. That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see Nintendo, you know, show some appreciation for the hardcore fan base, for the fans that enjoy their consoles and enjoy their games. You know, James, for example, like, I'm sure you've put in like so many hours into Breath of the Wild, for example. Like, how many hours do you think roughly you've put in?
Good 100, 120 hours.
Yeah, around about then. I would say probably like maybe 80 to 100 hours. If you get to like that amount, you should get the enhanced version if you get a Switch 2 for free. That's what I feel like. If you haven't, then yes, buy the enhanced version. But, you know, I just feel like, you know, putting more money into a game that you've already bought just to get maybe, like, say, added content or just improvement, I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, it's just not for me, honestly.
See, the way I see it at the moment is that the Switch 2 upgrades or upgrade packs are just like DLC, really. They're just extra downloadable content. But I think these people are having to put money in order to make sure that the games actually run as best as they should. And unfortunately, there's people who are probably going to be spending hours to make sure that everything is updated correctly and working. So, to justify their wages, I could kind of see the reason why they wouldn't give it away for free. But what I would say is only those upgrade packs, like you said, after a certain amount of time, if you've played X amount of hours on it, then absolutely we'll reduce the price, but maybe like £20, £10, like £15 to £20, for example, to do the upgrade pack, because you're not buying the entire game once again. All you're doing is essentially updating the software. That's all you're doing. It could literally be a case of you pay £20, like with you have with DLC, upgrade your game cartridge, then upgrades itself to say, alright, this is now implemented in the system. Roger, happy days, in it goes. So I can see why these better graphics and upgrade packs would be good. If they're expecting us to pay 40 quid, 50 quid or so, for a game that I've played for ages already and completed, and the only thing you're offering me is extra graphics styles, then nah, no chance. There's no way I'm paying 40 quid for it. 20 quid, then you know what? I'll forego a packet of biscuits if needs be in order to get them.
Yeah, I'll forego a packet of custard creams.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think, like, okay, I get it. I just feel like, you know, Nintendo and just every other game company or, you know, console making company should, you know, give something back to the community as a way of saying thank you. That's just me, because it's.
To be fair, they have done, and it's actually, I thought, quite nice. They've actually sent out emails to certain Switch users. Fortunately, not myself, but that's just.
I never got one. Nintendo, where's our email?
But what they're doing, especially to stop scalpers trying to nab all the Switch 2 consoles.
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're opening up a pre-order release for those who are like active and devoted Switch fans. If you've got like over like 120 hours or something on the Switch, if you've got X amount of like games on your Switch, if you've got an online membership, for example, for like say 2 years, something, you'll get an email from Nintendo, and they will say at this time when pre-orders start, for the first 4-5 hours or something of pre-orders, this window is open to you, the fans. Nobody else will get into it. It's just you guys. And I think that's actually quite nice for Nintendo to do, because what they're doing is they actually are rewarding their fans who have put loads and loads of time into their own consoles to say, look, we appreciate the help you've given us over all these years and made Switch a success. As a thank you, because I know you'd be excited to get the Switch 2 as well, we're going to let you have 3-bit dibs on it before we release it to everyone else, because you guys have deserved it. And I think that's a nice gesture to give that Nintendo have done to to different people.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a nice way, to get, to stop anyone from trying to get multiple pre-orders and that, and just letting like people that are, dedicated to the Switch and have enjoyed the Switch to give them first dibs for pre-orders. I like that. Yeah, that I will give credit for. I do like that.
Yeah.
One thing I would suggest as well is like, if you have people that have played like a game for like 80 to 100 hours, say like Breath of the Wild, for example, they still have to pay for the enhanced version, but just make it cheap. Just make it like, you said 15-20. I'd say $5-10. $5 to $10 for the enhanced. If you play the game but it's below that set amount of hours, then make it 20 to 30. Like, something like that. But for people that have played it like for so long, like $5-10. Like, I would say that's pretty reasonable.
Or at least get to a certain point of percentage completed. Because you could basically leave your Switch on for hours, leave it alone, and then you've racked up 100 hours without even starting it. Whereas if you're like, once you have done 25%, 30% completion rate, or 50% completion rate, you've not finished the story in its entirety. You've played it enough that you've actually committed. So 100 or so hours plus past 50% completion rate.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's when you get the rewards for it, because we know you've actually been part of the game. You've been playing it.
Yeah. I think that's a good way of doing it. So if you're getting the Switch 2 edition right off the bat, just as the physical copy of the game or on digital, I don't know. This is just not a lot of people are going to buy the games, or not a lot of people are going to afford to buy the games. And this is just, it's just a sucky situation to be in, where it's like prices are going up, but people don't have money in order to, get the latest consoles, or just be able to afford. You might have to save maybe 2 months of wages in order to save a little bit in order to get a game. I'm just like, I don't know. Like here in Canada, $110 per game. It's just depressing.
No one's gonna have that. No one's gonna have that money, especially this time of year.
Yeah, no, and it's like I don't know if that's first party titles. Yeah, they're gonna be like that, but I don't know if the third parties are going to be like that. If Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's going to be one of them. Elden Ring's going to be one of them. You know, if I'm going to see that for like $110, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to buy that. Like, no. No way.
Not going to buy it in general if it doesn't work correctly either.
That's the thing, because we've got like I said, Elden Ring's coming out, Final Fantasy, we've got Borderlands coming out. You know, all these like high intense games in a way. You know, I'm curious to see how Elden Ring's going to play on a Switch too. Like, yeah, okay, they've upgraded the hardware, fair enough, but is it honestly going to run it at 1080p, like 60 frames per second, maybe 120 frames per second? Or is it going to run in 4K? Like, yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on that, honestly. Like, yes, they got the 4K capabilities. Yes, you can run games at 120 FPS. That's cool. Some games. I mean, yeah, we're also getting Metroid Prime 4. That's going to be coming out on the Switch and the Switch 2. So at least the one cool, neat thing I like with Nintendo is that they are going to make new games that are coming out. You know, well, Mario Kart World is a Switch 2 exclusive, but games like Metroid Prime 4, yes, it would be great to get it on the Switch 2, but if you don't have a Switch 2, but you have a Switch, you can still buy that game and you can still play it. And it's like, I like that in a way, where it's like, you know, Nintendo is, you know, not going to isolate, you know, Switch 1 users if they are not able to get a Switch 2. If they want to play Metroid Prime 4, you can still play Metroid Prime 4 because it's coming out on that console as well. That I like. But yeah, like, and they're saying like, you know, you can play 4K and get 60 FPS, or you can play 1080p and get 120 FPS. I'll believe it when I see it. That's all I'm going to say. Like, they're saying that this can be like that, but I will believe it when I see it, because just, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I as I said, if I see that pile of grass be smooth as hell, then I'll be impressed.
I think I'll be more impressed if Elden Ring actually works. So it'll be a case of it. So you can actually see the difference between that and the "you die" screen. Yeah,
it's like you just like, and then you just hear like, oh, it's like, wait, I haven't moved yet. Then it's straight, you died. I'm like,
you
what
died.
the frick?
Like, I can see his sword. His sword is still up.
His sword is still up. I'm still alive, according to the game. Oh, okay, now I'm dead.
No, I see I'm dead, yes.
My God. So yeah. I don't know how the price is, like, in terms of the console. Like, how much is the console, like, in general in the UK? Have they put up a price yet?
They haven't put up a price yet, I think. If they have done, then they have beaten me. But I'm actually
gonna double check as well, actually, just to see if they have put a price up.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order Canada. Pre-order date just tipped for Canada. Okay. Let's have a look. Is it gonna say how much it costs?
Can you tell me how much it costs, please?
All right, I've got it. So just the Nintendo Switch 2 system on its own, $629.99 Canadian. With the Mario Kart World bundle, $700. So it is $700. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That's just wild. I would most probably say it's going to be probably £400 to £500.
Yeah. Hang on, let me have a look. Hang on.
You go on Nintendo's website, because that's how I found it.
Okay. Nintendo website, there you are.
This is all improvised, everyone, and we are keeping this in.
We are still keeping this all in, damn it.
We are not stopping the recording, not one bit. But whilst James is waiting for that, I will have to say that, you know, I do feel sorry for, you know, everyone in the US, because, you know, they're getting hit with delays, And I don't know if the US has a price or not because of the tariffs. You know, like, not to get political, but what a load of horse shit.
Hopefully this tariff situation though will actually get itself sorted to the point where they'll be able to say, yeah, we can finally release it. Oh, here we go. Nintendo Switch 2 is launching on Thursday, 5th of June with a retail price of £395.99 for the console, or £430 should you opt for the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World bundle.
Okay, that's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. So
that's what I thought as well.
Yeah, all right. UK getting it good. Damn you.
This
James?
is why you should never have left us.
Piss off.
The fact I just made that sing song just completely out of improvisation. I think I deserve more than that.
Yeah, you do. Right here.
I'll take that. Thank you, good sir.
You take that. Yeah, you will. You will take that. So, okay. I mean, it's not as bad. I mean, yeah, like as you said, like we don't want to get political, but you know, it just with what's going on in the US and the bloody tariffs and all that load of bollocks, it's just, you know, it's not fair for the US consumers. It's not fair for people in the US that want to get a Switch 2, but they have to be delayed on getting the pre-order because of what's going on. And it is just a thing of like, what is it going to cost? Like, I don't know. I will double check how the US one, if they have a US price already. While I'm going through that, James, just what do you feel is like everything's going on with this?
Well, to be fair for me, I think it's because earlier in this episode you were saying about like the fact Nintendo reduces their prices a lot, and I said I'll come back to this because I wanted to say something. But now that we are onto this subject, I have never once known Nintendo to reduce the price of the Switch for the God knows how many years that the Switch was released. I am pretty sure it has stayed near enough the same price as it has done since the beginning.
I think you're right.
The only time I think the Nintendo Switch is probably going to be reduced now is because Nintendo Switch 2 has been released and will be coming out. But until then, I've never known for it to have been reduced in prices. I think that was always a big kicker when it came to the Switch. The fact that people always turn around going, "I'm going to wait till it gets cheaper. I'm going to wait till it gets cheaper. I'm going to wait till it gets cheaper," and then it's a case of, well, it's not cheaper. It's never gone any cheaper. Although this will make you laugh, the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition is now more expensive than the Switch 2. A games console that came out years ago is now more expensive than the Switch 2 is in the UK and Europe.
That's wild, honestly. I mean, it's the same as over here. You know, probably it's way more expensive. I mean, I'm looking at the Nintendo Switch 1 console in Canada. It is $400 for the regular Switch, $260 for the Switch Lite, and $450 for the OLED model. So, yeah, no, the prices have not gone down. And I have found the US prices. So they are going to be $450 US just for the system, and then $500 for the one bundled with Mario Kart World. It's
how in God's name is the Canadian one more expensive than the US one?
It's just how it is. It's just how it is here. We get screwed over the most in terms of, you know, games, and it's just the currency and all that. I don't know. We get raw dogged hard here.
Your currency sucks. That's all I'm saying for that one.
Hey, we're slowly getting up there. We're slowly getting up, slowly but surely. But
Tell you what,
yeah.
Sorry, one thing.
What?
Go on, sorry.
No, after you.
I was going to say, was there anything else that sort of like really got you excited with the Nintendo Switch 2 launch? Because I remember distinctively one particular bit.
Yes, definitely. As I say, just quickly as well, like, you know, the prices suck. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Prices suck. Yeah. The one thing I'm very excited of, which, yes, James saw me jumping up and down for, GameCube is finally going to be on the Switch. Oh my god. Finally, it's taken how long to get GameCube games as a collection? Very looking forward to it. The only downside to it is there is no Star Fox Adventures or Star Fox Assault.
Yet.
We're getting Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, we're getting Soul Calibur 2, we're getting F-Zero GX, you know, some great titles. And then it's like, coming soon, Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion. I'm like, surely these games should have been like also in the beginning, because they're like the starting game. They're like, Luigi's Mansion was like the freaking came out the same time as the GameCube. You know, it was a day one game, I think. Mario Sunshine not coming out first. That's a bit odd. But we didn't see on the list that's like games coming out very soon. We did not see Star Fox Adventures once, and I'm kind of disappointed in that. And I have been saying this multiple bloody times. Nintendo, I want a new Star Fox game. I mean, if you give me Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube boot pack, cool. I'll be happy for a little bit. But I want, come on, you're in a new console era. Just give us a new Star Fox. You know, like, I don't want a remake. I don't want a remaster. I don't want a remake of specific games. Like, I don't want a brand new version of Star Fox 64/Lilac Wars. I don't want that. You know, give the same similar sort of graphics that you had for Star Fox Zero and the Wii U, but put that in a brand new game. And very importantly, include my girl Crystal, because she is the best character ever. Just saying. You know, but just give us a new Star Fox game. That's all. Loads of us ever want. That's all I ever want. I just want a new Star Fox game, damn it. Just give that to me and I will be very, very happy. But I'm a bit concerned. For those of you that are listening to the audio version, James is writing something on that piece of paper.
No,
and I don't know.
No, I'm just writing a letter to Nintendo Direct.
Oh, yeah?
I am getting harassed by someone who wants Star Fox out on the GameCube. Please, 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 bring it out. I can't listen to him anymore. Yours sincerely,
Ouch.
James.
P.S. Ouch. He's hurting me. Ouch. Please, not the face.
P.S. Not the face. Oh, God, not the face. Oh, God, that hurts so much. P.P.S. Please excuse the red mark on this letter. I spilled tomato ketchup.
Yeah. Oh, God. But, no, I just want a new Star Fox game. That's all I ever want. But, you know, I mean, one thing that I was excited for, and you're excited for the GameCube, Pokemon Colosseum and XD are coming out. That is official. So the games that cost like £200 to £300 or dollars on eBay, you could just play on the Switch too now, which is great.
That's brilliant. I love that. I love the fact you look on eBay, they're like, this is like £300, collector's edition. It's like, fantastic! I'm going to play for free on the Switch.
Exactly. The one... Excuse me, I'm still dealing with a chesty cough here. The one thing... Yeah, I know, don't worry. I'm trying to mute myself on it. The one thing... Huh?
Please do, it's getting distracting.
How freaking dare you? You bastard. So, the one thing that I'm kind of thinking and hoping for is Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD. You could be able to take the Pokemon and put it in Pokemon Home. I don't know if that will happen, but if they were able to, that would be pretty sick.
Or you could just do, I don't know, you do something simpler than that. You could just release all the previous Pokemon generations on the Nintendo Switch as one massive game, which I've been asking for the past 10 years.
And you thought I was mad with Star Fox.
Hey, I have a right to be mad about Pokemon.
I have a right to be mad about Star Fox. We haven't had a game since the freaking Wii U.
We haven't had a good game since the fucking Wii U.
But you still have games. It's like, God damn it. Come on, James. Let me have my moment.
Nah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, I mean, like, they're bringing out some really good games on the GameCube for starts. It'll be interesting to see how they play. Of course, we got a GameCube Switch 2 controller. So much like the Nintendo 64 controller, that's going to sell out very quickly, and then people are going to be selling it for $500-$600. Screw you, individuals, mostly, because I know you're going to do it.
Oh, damn right we are. I mean, who?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Nothing.
I now know who it is who's doing it all this time.
Good, it's safe.
Git. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how that will pan out, what games are going to come out in the future as well. Are we going to get rare titles? Like, they're like, one title I can think of is that only came out on the GameCube was Gotcha Force, which is pretty much like you pretty much play as a group of kids that have like these little like mecha toys, but that you control the mecha toys and you attack other enemy toys, and you have to. I forget what the object of the game is, but I remember playing that a ton because a friend of mine let me borrow the game, and it was so fun. But it's a rare game; you can't find it. And if you do, it's like, again, $300-$400. It's like, Jesus. It's like, I really want to get that game again because it was a hidden gem. So if they're able to add in hidden gems into the collection, like Gotcha Force or, you know, maybe Fantasy Star Online Episode 3, and some more titles as well, they can do that. Then brilliant. Then that will be great. You know, it'll be awesome to have for the people that have not played those gems before, be able to get the chance to via the Switch too.
What I would like is you bring out a list. They take a list of all like Nintendo's like GameCube, Nintendo 64, SNES games, and they just make a full list of everyone saying, "Here's what we've recommended," and then have like a time frame, like. We expect these games to be out in the next... These are the games we're currently working on. These are the games we're currently not working on. These are games that we would like to work on, but we don't have the proper to do it. These games cannot be converted, sort of thing. So they said you can then look for your game and see, is there any way we can emulate it across? And they can say, yes, we're actually in the process of doing it, or no chance. Just get an emulator and play it instead.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, if needs be, then yeah, you can, you know, get an emulator, if needs be on that. But I mean, if it were some of those hidden gems to come out on the GameCube like collection for the Switch 2, then I'll be happy. I'll be over the moon on that for sure. The one thing I am curious on is the backwards compatibility for Switch games on the Switch 2. Games on the Switch 2. I am taking a look at the list just to have a look and see what we have, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because I'm looking at status of compatibility tests for Nintendo Switch games on Nintendo Switch 2. Next update is going to be in May, and there's a crap ton of games. Nintendo games alone, 122 games. Partner games, over 15,000.
Hey, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, true. Games that cannot be played on Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Labo, Toy-Con VR kit. Can't play that game. Okay.
All right. I'm going to miss that, as you could clearly tell, but hey-ho, let's go.
The Nintendo Switch 2 Sorry, I keep having a bloody itchy nose. The Nintendo Switch 2 console cannot be inserted into the Toy-Con VR goggles accessory, so this game cannot be played. Bloody hell. Can't play Nintendo VR. What's that?
I suppose people can still play that game.
I know. I mean, I was tempted to maybe get Labo, but it wasn't to be. Games with compatibility issues on Switch 2. Nintendo is continuing to improve compatibility, including by working with publishing and developing companies. Games startup issue. Oh my god, games with startup issues on Switch 2. Games that are playable but have some in-game compatibility issues, and games with issues that are planned to be addressed. Games that require Nintendo Switch Joy-Con to play. I'll read up those lists in a bit, but the following games can't be played with the Joy-Con 2 controllers that are included with Switch 2. If you have a Switch Joy-Con controller and connect them wirelessly to Switch 2, you can play these games. Please note, a Nintendo Switch console or an accessory such as a Joy-Con charging grip or Joy-Con charging stand two-way, each or separately, is required. So in order to play these games with the Switch 1 Joy-Con, Ring Fit Adventure, 1-2 Switch, Everybody 1-2 Switch, Game Builder Garage, Nintendo Switch Sports. Wow, that's interesting. You think maybe that would be allowed to play that? Oh, that's why Joy-Con controllers do not fit inside the leg strap accessory, so it's only possible to play soccer shootout mode with a Switch. Oh, that's the only game you can't play football. Jesus Christ! WarioWare Move It doesn't include an IR motion camera as featured in the Switch Joy-Con. It's only possible to play the micro games, and then you got the Labo that you can't play as well. It's a bit of a pain. Let's have a look at this list here.
Yeah, I'm actually currently reading the list right now as we speak, just to see is there anything I've noticed. I've noticed there's 3 games actually that are having issues.
Yeah?
Yeah, so for the first one, games with startup issues.
Mm-hmm.
There's where was it? Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection. They're having issues with that one. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. There's one here actually. South Park The Fractured Butthole.
Oh, that's having issues?
Yep. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. The Jackbox Party Pack.
How the hell was Jackbox having issues?
I didn't know Jackbox was on the Switch.
Yeah, Jackbox is on the Switch, yeah. But apparently Party Pack and Party Pack 2 have issues. That's a bit weird.
We also have Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. That's a shame, but I will live with that because it's not the main game I'm having issues with. Oh! Nintendo Switch games that start up on Nintendo Switch 2 but include some in-game compatibility issues. Alien Isolation.
Huh. Oh, damn. That's crazy.
No! Family Chess!
Not Family Chess! No! How else am I going to beat my dad?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Just Dance 2019 edition. Oh, no. What a shame.
Oh, that's a shame, actually. Overcooked.
Overcooked Fall Guys was having issues. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. That's having issues. Oh, my word.
Switch
and then
games with issues that are planned to be addressed.
Planned to be
Fortnite.
addressed. A Nintendo Switch version is planned. Yeah, forgot. Yeah, the Direct, there's Fortnite. So you can't play the Switch 1 version and then fitness boxing. Okay.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of these games that say the issue's being investigated. So looks like they are trying to. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, mate. That is a lot of games that I was not. There's a lot of games in there that I was not expecting it to like. I was expecting like half the games would never be able to be played, but it turns out a lot of them are.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Dead by Daylight's also a game that can't be played. Final Fantasy can't be played. Let's see, what else did I see that was interesting? Oh, what a shame. NBA 2K18 can't be played.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Pizza Tower's an interesting one, because that's supposed to be a really good game. So I'm like, how the heck It's like it's not even that. It's a small. It's a good game. It's a small game. So it's like, I don't get how Pizza Tower's having issues. Yeah, it's interesting to see how some set of game. Who wants to be a millionaire's having issues?
Oh, but I'll get Clarkson on the phone.
Somebody get Clarkson on the phone. Hello, is this Nintendo? I need you to fix. Who wants to be a millionaire immediately? Don't you know this is the best game in the world? Oh, God. Christ. Yeah, so it's interesting to see that there is quite a few games, some very well-known that are going to be having issues. But then again, it's like, are they going to have an update for Switch 2? Most probably.
Most likely.
So,
We'll have to see how that goes for the... See how that goes, I think.
Yeah, pretty much on that. Yeah, so we've tackled most of the things on there. We had games coming out for third party games. We saw a lot of them. I'm surprised that Street Fighter 6 is coming out. I'm like, wow, okay, that's a heavily intense game. So we'll see how that pans out in terms of, and then Cyberpunk 2077. They say, it's going to be the Ultimate Edition. It's going to be the Enhanced Edition and that. Like, is it just going to be like, the game, but they've just removed stuff in order to make it more enhanced?
Or to actually make it run properly.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, it's the Enhanced Edition, but we've removed all these key features so it can actually run smooth. It's like, I'm sure that's what's going to happen. Because that's exactly what happened when the Wii U came out. Like, some games were like, it's the Wii U version, but it's crap. It's crappier than if you got it on the PS4, the Xbox One X, or on the PC. So that's what I'm kind of debating if that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, but then we went through all of that. We went through all the third-party titles. Some look very interesting to see. Then there was one game that, when we got to the end, I forgot the bloody name now, which kind of looked like Dark Souls, Elden Ring. I thought it was the new Elden Ring game, but it's an exclusive Switch game from Software. And I got to double check what it is. Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive.
The Duskbloods.
What was it?
The Duskbloods.
The Duskbloods, that's it. Yeah, so you play as a vampire, which when I first saw it the first few seconds, I said it was Elden Ring, and then you said it looked like Castlevania. And then you see the character that's the vampire. I'm like, oh, okay, it does kind of look very Castlevania-y. And I was like, is this the Elden Ring game? And no, it's its own standalone From Software game, exclusively on the Switch, the Duskbloods. So that's kind of interesting to see how that we're going to be getting our own like Dark Souls game on the Switch too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll probably give it a go and see if it's good, but it's just going to be the case. Like, is it going to be good? Is it going to be good? The same level of good like from Elden Ring?
I think they would have put a lot more. I think they put a lot of effort into this to make it as good as Elden Ring, and because From Software have got not one their own company to be tarnished with poor stuff, especially on the Switch too.
You said tarnished. Tarnished
edition, as in it's fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, we have that,
sorry.
and then
but Elden Ring called itself the tarnished edition. They're setting themselves up to fail. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be running at like 30 frames a second.
It's certainly tarnished its image. Fuck.
It's certainly tarnished indeed. And then when you play it on like handheld version, it's 15 frames a second. It's like, well, yep, definitely tarnished. But ending off on here, we did get one more final review. One final announcement, which was a brand new Donkey Kong game coming out.
Looking forward to that one then.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Bananza, which is apparently going to be in the same sort of style as Super Mario Odyssey. So it's going to be kind of like open worldish. And yeah, they kept the cartoony Donkey Kong again. Woo! So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, it'll be cool to see more info on that, honestly, and just see how things are going to be. I like the fact that they kept the banana from Donkey Kong 64 and they've included that in the game. So that's a nice little throwback there. Interesting bad guys, and as we see, like, the monkeys are in the mines and Donkey Kong's in the mine working. So I don't know what that is. Did he get kidnapped? Did he get captured? Like, what's going on? How is this start? We'll just have to wait and see, pretty much, once we get more information. But yeah, so I mean, I'm looking forward. Like, again, this would be something that I'm interested in maybe giving a go. James, what's your comments regarding about Donkey Kong Bonanza?
I'm not really a fan of Donkey Kong, if I'm honest. I've never really played any of the games, so it looks really cool. But as a non-Donkey Kong fan, I don't really have much to say on it, if I'm honest.
No, that's fair. Would you possibly buy the game just to give it a go, or would that not be really your cup of tea?
Not really my cup of tea. In fact, the one game I'm thinking of going for would be the new Hyrule Warriors. That's my go-to game for that one.
Yes. Before we forgot about that, there is the new Hyrule Warriors game, which is set before Tears of the Kingdom, when Zelda was taken to the past.
Yeah.
So
the Imprisonment War, which would be good fun.
Imprisonment War looks really, really good. I still need to play the first Hyrule Warriors, honestly. I still need to get the game. So I mean, I like those. I like that they include, like, add the story to that. And there
was something we didn't mention about the Switch too, but because you just said that, I'll come back to it in a second. But you just reminded me of something I need to discuss too.
Okay, no, fair enough. It's what I'd say is like, it's cool. It's like, this is literally a Legend of Zelda game where you play as Zelda and not Link. It's Hyrule Warriors, but Link's not in the game. Zelda is the main protagonist, and I wonder if it's gonna, like, from what I see, it may have open world-ish style, perhaps. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Like, it's not going to be like, pick a level, do that level, pick the next level, and have the story and plot. I wonder if it might have some open world capabilities. If so, that would be cool. But yeah, all in all, looking forward to get some more information on that and see how that comes along.
Same here. Absolutely looking forward to that. But what you were just saying then about, I haven't actually got the game yet. So, but what I do know is in the future update, the Switch 2, or it might be just a Switch 2, or it might be both Switch 1 as well. You can actually offer game cards to people. So essentially, if you're not playing the game, you essentially give them the game card, even digital versions. Just send it off to your mates, and then they get to have it for about 10 days or 30 days. And after the 30 days, it gets deleted from their Switch, and then returns back to you. But essentially, it means that you can let them borrow the game. And since I've got Hyrule's Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, you remind me, I might be able to get that sent to you, so you actually play for free.
Well, that's one way to cheat the system.
I think you only get it for about 30 days though, so you might as well enjoy it.
Oh yeah, you might as well, right? It's just like, oh, I really want to buy this game, but I don't have the money for it. I've got it here. Let me help you. It's like that's one thing I kind of like. I bet, yeah, because it was the virtual game card. I think that's what it's called. Is it? I think it's virtual game card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that was something that that kind of made me go, okay. Like at the first when I heard about it, I went, oh, here we go. Like, what's this then? And then when I heard like it'll pretend like it's an actual physical card, and then you can actually just transfer it to other Switches with no issues, and it will just pop in. The one I didn't know that you could let friends borrow the virtual game card and they can have it for a set amount of time. That I didn't know about, honestly. So I mean that's a bit of a game changer. So like yeah, if you had like Pokemon Legends ZA and I wanted to play it just to give it a go, you could let me borrow it, and then vice versa. If I had like say Donkey Kong Bonanza and you wanted to play it, and then I can send it to you, you can have a go.
Yeah, which I think is a fantastic system.
Yeah, I had no idea. Okay, that's a pretty good game changer, honestly.
Also,
Gesundheit.
Thank you. I've just looked at the upgrade pack.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Nintendo Online plus the expansion pack membership, you can download and enjoy the content of the following upgrade packs at no additional cost. Plus, only original titles are in physical or digital versions. And the two games they've included for your upgrade packs: Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So if you're an Online Plus expansion pack member, you're getting those two upgrades for free.
That's good. That is kind of one thing I'm kind of thinking about. Like, that's cool that they've got the Zelda games there in the expansion. I would think if they for all the Switch 2 versions of Switch 1 games, if you have the online, just the online, then yeah, you have to pay for it. But if you have online plus expansion, you should get the enhanced versions for free, I think, because you're paying like the top tier subscription for Nintendo, so you should get those for free on all of them, all of the enhanced versions for free. Like, cool, they got Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom out for free, so that's a good start. But if we get like say Mario Jamboree, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, like do that, that'll be great. To get those for free. Also, before I forget, new Kirby Air Ride game. Sorry, I totally that blew me away. As soon as I saw the trailer with Kirby trying to smack the star and get it to work, and then all of a sudden the jet engines pop out, I'm like, this is a new Kirby Air Ride game. Sure enough, Kirby Air Riders. So 20 years ago, that's a rare game as well. That is a rarity. Like, I used to have that game, and then I traded it in as a stupid child, stupid child that I am, because I didn't know that game is a collector's dream. And again, $300 to get the bloody game. I didn't appreciate it because I'm like, oh, it's just a standard basic Kirby racing game. Oh, it's not that great. Then now and then I look back at it and I'm like, no, this was a gem. And me being a stupid 14-year-old kid. Sorry, I like to scream at myself a lot.
Oh, just a wee bit.
Huh?
Oh, just a wee bit. Jesus.
Yeah, just a wee bit. I like to kick myself. Okay, I like to kick my idiot teenage self to the ground because of stupid decisions. So that was one of them, and I mean, if they bring out Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube collection, sweet. I mean, I'll probably still see if I can try and get the GameCube game because I enjoyed it. I just felt like I didn't really connect with it, but
no,
I kind of want to give it another go, and yeah, now that I see Kirby Air Riders coming out. Like, how is that going to be? We don't know. Is it going to be open world like Mario Kart World? Is it going to be the same sort of thing like it is on the GameCube? You have your race courses and then you have your battle You have your battle mode, which is a big sandbox open world where you face other players, but then you also have missions. Like there's a boss, fight the boss. You have to do this part in a certain amount of time. You need to defeat these number of enemies. So you got like all these challenges and stuff. So if they include that, like they did in the original, I'm sold. I'm all for it. So yeah, definitely that was a big surprise that there's going to be a new Kirby Air Ride game. So I am looking forward to it. Should be good.
It's a big year for racing games, isn't it? New Sonic Racing, new Mario Kart, and Kirby Air Riders.
Now I want is a Star Fox racing game. Come on, Nintendo. Come on. I remember back in 2017 or 2018 that somebody on frickin' 4chan or Reddit, I forget, here's a bit of a story, that somebody put up like leaked footage of a new logo for a new Star Fox game, and it was called Star Fox Grand Prix. I remember that, and I was like, oh my god, I'm freaking out right now. I could play a Star Fox racing game. This is going to be awesome. And we heard nothing about it since. And that breaks my bloody heart because, hey, a Star Fox racing game would be sick as hell. You know, I would love that, but still nothing.
Nintendo.
But
we have the technology.
Yeah, you have the technology, so bloody use it. But yeah, new Sonic racing, new Mario racing, new Kirby racing. And yeah, it's, I mean, like, for coming into a conclusion, I am excited. I'm looking forward to it. Am I like, was I like, oh my god, jumping for joy for some of the stuff? Not really. There was some things where I was like, oh my god, let's go. But it's not really like, I'm not really like jumping up and down for joy for this console. Like, it's great, it's cool. Am I going to get one? Yeah, probably like in a year or two's time. But yeah, I'm kind of like just, I don't know. I'm in the zone where it's like, for me, I'm looking forward to getting it, but there were a few things that jumped out for me, which I was excited for, but I wasn't out of my seat going, oh my freaking god, oh my freaking god. That will only happen when Star Fox comes out. If there is a Star Fox game, then I'm going to be, oh my freaking god, oh my freaking god. I gotta hope that it's a brand new one. If it's just a remaster of Star Fox 64, I am going to throw this chair out my freaking back garden. Be like, god damn it.
People were walking past, looking at it going, oh, Andy's pissed off. What happened? I don't think they released another Star Fox game. I see.
That makes sense, yes. But yeah, I mean, like, sorry, after you. No, after you.
You're saying about, like, not only people are being excited about Nintendo Switch. To be fair, I've been looking at, like, the previous reviews. IGN said in its very first one when the Switch first came out. By the way, 2017 the Switch came out.
Oh, well, there you go.
Overall, the Switch is an attractive and powerful but oversized portable gaming system that struggles to be a convincing or reliable home console. I gave it 7 out of 10.
And that was for Switch 1?
That was for the Switch 1 when it first came out. And you just feel... Yeah. I think, really, it's more a case of... If you feel like you need... If you love the Switch, I don't see why this wouldn't be a good one to have. But if you're not a big, like, home console gamer like that, I'd rather have PC or your PlayStation or your Xbox, then I don't think this will be for you.
I agree. I mean, like, for the both of us, we're big on Nintendo, so definitely we're going to be buying it. Like, I'm no matter what, like, I will always get a Nintendo console. It's always going to be Nintendo's number one for me. Yeah. So, I'm as I said, I'm excited, but I'm like, it was, some things were deflating, some things were like, oh, okay, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to get it. I'm sure later down the line, as I said in the direct, there's going to be more to come. So who knows? We might get some big surprises later down the line. And then also, we got more information about Mario Kart World, which will, and probably Donkey Kong Bonanza. and some other games as well, which, you know, if it comes out whilst, you know, we before we do our next episode, then we'll probably talk more about it. So
I think so. I think that'd be pretty good. But yeah,
so James,
sorry, mate. Go for it.
Oh, I think we're going to say the same thing. I was going to say, because I talked about my final comments. You know, looking forward to it. Price sucks. You know, bollocks to that. But yeah, all in all, pretty okay direct. James, final comments from you.
Comments from me. I think it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the Switch 2 when it first gets released. Won't get it straight away, I don't think. I'm looking forward to see what games are getting released, and hopefully beyond the horizon there'll be games that will make me think, that's what I'm going to buy it for. That's what I've been prepping it for. But yeah, like you, the Switch 2 Direct didn't blow me away with anything major. But I think it was because as well, it's more about the console rather than the games. So I think another Switch Direct 2 later on after the Switch 2's been released, I think that's when we'll get the big hitters in, because they'll want to start selling the consoles after that. So do that and then go, oh, by the way, here's what's coming out very soon for the Switch 2, which you should get right now. Bang! And there's everything that needs.
Yeah, just hits it out of the park pretty much. I mean, it's good that they've got two of their big IPs, Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. So they're going to be, like, you know, bringing them out straight away. It's crazy to see, like, a Mario Kart game going to be a release title for a Nintendo console. So, you know, first for that. But, yeah, you know, two great IPs that will be, you know, probably be very strong to get sales in for the Switch. But as you said, like, once the console's out, then, you know, and more Nintendo Directs become available, that's when we're going to see, like, more of the big hitters. And yeah, we're going to probably see a lot of amazing titles that are going to be coming out for the Switch 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, same here. Well, that's the first part done. Very good there, where we talked about the Switch 2. We are, as we always do, we are going to be taking just a quick little break, and then we will be returning for On This Month segment, where we talk about two games that came out any time of the year throughout the month of April. And yeah, we'll see if we can find some hidden gems there. But until then, we do have a little trailer that we are going to be playing. It's for an event that's going to be happening. In case you you know, I've been rocking this shirt here, Fast as Furs, live at FWA, which is a convention for a week in Atlanta, and they're going to be doing it again this year. Fast as Furs live at FWA, raising money for a really wonderful charity. We're going to be passing it over to our good friend JD Puppy. That's going to be talking more information about it. Enjoy that, and we'll see you in a little bit for On This Month.
So, JD Puppy, what have you got for us?
Hey everyone, JD here, and I'm excited to share some information thanks to Andy reaching out for the Games Innit Podcast. We're both volunteers at the Fastest Furs speedrunning community, and we're holding an event live from Furry Week in Atlanta on May 9th and May 10th, supporting the Lost and Found Youth of Atlanta, which is an organization, nonprofit, that helps out LGBTQ youth in the Atlanta and surrounding areas. Last year, we welcomed talent from all around the world to showcase their skills and raise money, raising over $12,000 last year for the organization. If you're local to Atlanta, please come by and check us out in the Hilton downtown. Or if you want to catch us online, tune in to twitch.tv/fastestfurs on those 2 days from 11 o'clock in the morning U.S. Eastern Time all the way to 11 o'clock in the evening on both Friday, May 9th and Saturday, May 10th. Looking forward to seeing you all there, and gotta play fast.
And welcome back, everyone, to the second part of episode 2 of the Games Innit Podcast. We hope you enjoyed that trailer by JD Puppy promoting Fast as Furs, the speedrunning event happening at FWA, Furry Weekend Atlanta, coming next month, May. Coming very soon. Yeah, as we say for the dates, that's going to be happening. The speedrunning event is going to be happening at the convention on Friday, May 9th to Saturday, May 10th. And it's all going to be raising money for the Lost and Found Youth in Atlanta. So please, if you can, be sure to check it out. There's going to be links in the description for Fastest First social media, as well as the Twitch channel. Check them out. Go support all of the runners and the amazing staff that make this event possible. All right. And you know what time it is. It's always the thing where we do on the second part of the show, as James looks at his watch.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I mean, what do you? I mean, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning for me. Yes, we did.
Long stream.
It's been a long day of recording. Trust me. So, how many takes have we done on this so far, James?
I lost count after 55.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, sometimes I fumble, sometimes James fumbles, sometimes we fumble together. But we are here and fully energized with as much tea as you could possibly ever imagine.
Thank God for tea. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, exactly. And we we're totally telling the truth, and we totally didn't, after we finished the first part, had to do other things and just had to do the second part later on in the night or the next day for James. Totally not.
No, why in God's name would we ever do that to our beloved fans?
No, absolutely. Yeah, no, we would never do such a thing at all.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, James, what's the segment?
So, for those of you who have known this segment before, you know exactly what's to come up. But for those of you who are joining brand new, this segment is what we like to call This Day in Gaming History.
On this month, gaming.
We still need to get a catchphrase. We still need to get a tune for that sorted out. But
Yeah. I'll go on Fiverr and I'll see if I can find someone.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
So, essentially, for those who don't know about it, what we do is me and Andy will pick 2 random games that are happening during the month that we do this. So, in essence, this one will be April's edition. And what we do is we go through the list of every single game that was made in April, and we pick 2. And we talk about those 2 games, whether good things, bad things, or absolutely horrible reasons, which I am going to be doing for one of these games today, which I'm very excited looking for. So, the good thing is as well, ladies and gentlemen, is that I don't have no idea what Andy's chosen. Andy has no idea what I've chosen. So, this is going to be the part where we have no idea what the other one's going to say, and we're just going to have to improv it as best as we can.
Yeah, and who knows, me and James might even pick the same game, which will be, it hasn't happened yet, but if it does, then we can both talk about it. And yeah, great. More time for... more content on the podcast, even though we're at the 2-hour mark and probably everyone's just like, for God's sake, end the show already.
There's no car journey long enough for this podcast.
I know. It's like, yeah, every time you listen to the show, you must do at least a 3-hour road trip. Or you must go for an hour and a half one way and an hour and a half back in order to enjoy the full experience of the show. So, the last 2 episodes, I went first, so I think it's fitting. James, go first.
You go. It almost sounded like you completely forgot there. You're like, James, you go
Brain first. Buffering at this moment in time as I'm just like,
just a no now loading. Please wait. Screen.
Pretty much. I'll put that in on the editing.
Yeah, please. That'd be fun as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, James, you go first. What is the first game? Is it going to be the good game, or are you going to go straight in with the bad game?
Oh, this is straight into the bad game. So this is
amazing.
This is a game that I know very well, and a lot of people will probably know about this, infamously, unfortunately. So, on the 4th of April, in the year 2000, which was 25 years ago, a game was released on the PlayStation to celebrate the release of a certain movie that had come out at around the same time. It had basically part of it to do with the movie as a sort of in tie with it, but then part of it wasn't, sort of thing. And eventually, what it did become known as one of the most infamous and hardest games known to mankind. It was definitely for me, anyway. They've just released a remastered version of it right now, with better graphics, but the same bloody problems with the game. For those of you who have probably guessed it by now, then congratulations. But for those of you who haven't, what I'm going to be discussing very quickly is the game Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles for the PlayStation 1.
Jedi Power Battles. Wait, is that the one where is the case of the game pretty much having like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Samuel Jackson's character just doing the thing? Because I know there's the Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, which you play as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that game's really good. But this, truth be told, I've never played Jedi Battles. So probably I was lucky that I didn't, I guess.
So the game itself wasn't bad. It basically followed the whole. You basically had a choice of 5 characters to begin with. You had Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, Plo Koon, and Adi Gallia, who were 2 characters. Firstly, you never really saw during the during the movies, apart from one at the end. Mace Windu had a blue lightsaber, not his signature purple lightsaber.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
And Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, who were both the original characters anyway. But essentially what it was is the game takes place from right at the beginning, when you're on the Trade Federation battleship, all the way down to your duel with Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was so infamous about the game was just how ridiculously fucking hard it was. To the point where the health bar, you were basically getting attacked every single chance you got. The jumping mechanics wasn't great, to the point where you didn't even have a shadow below you. And part of it was platforming jumping. Because you were jumping, and then realising you fell miserably. Because you had absolutely nothing to go off of. The end bosses as well were horrendously bad too, because you just could not beat them first time round. And if you did, you had to be extremely bloody lucky. I lost so many lives during that. I think it's probably... I lost more lives in playing Jedi Power Battles than I ever did playing Dark Souls.
Really?
And Dark Souls abused you to a T. But
so what you
for me, Jedi Power Battles, Jedi Power Battles for me was the original Dark Souls.
Yeah, so what you're saying is like Jedi Power Battles, like even if you try and die a few more times in Dark Souls, it's not going to count to the amount of deaths that you've had in Jedi Power Battles.
No, it is not. It was horrendously bad. Then they brought out a remastered version, and I thought, with rose-tinted glasses, I remember playing this game. I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And I got to the second level, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's why I got rid of this game.
I'm surprised that...
They did make some improvements from the original game, which makes sense. Like, basically, use purple lightsaber is now purple. You can actually unlock... You unlocked all the characters, because you can unlock like Darth Maul, you can unlock Captain Panaka, you can unlock loads of other players. But then the whole point of completing the game was so you unlock those players anyway. So really, you've just basically moved them from the end game straight to the beginning part. And you can choose your levels as well, which was quite good.
Okay, so it's they did improve it a little bit, but it was still the big janky mess of a game still. So,
yeah, and I remember playing it thinking, I don't remember liking this game now.
It's like, they're just like, we can make a remaster, we can improve the game so it's playable for everyone. But what if we don't do that and just keep it as it is so that people can remember just how much shit it is? Bob, you're a genius.
Bob, they're going to waste their own money to play a game that they absolutely despise. That is brilliant marketing, Bob.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll market it to be like, hey, it's a remaster. It's an enhanced version. Enhanced being that we're gonna you'll be suffering in the same fate as you did in the original, but in HD.
Ooh, you get to see yourself fuck up in HD.
Woo! Exciting.
I fell to my death, but look how much those lines in that car are. Look at them.
Incredible. It's like, yeah, because I remember with Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, you play as only... Was that made by the same company, or was that a different company? Because you play as just Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then you go through a storyline, you pick, like, you know, pick what Obi-Wan says in some certain scenarios and stuff, but for this one, apparently you get to play as any character. So yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe made by the same, like, developer or not, or if it was a different developer.
I'm going to investigate this.
Unless, like, you know, it was LucasArts that did the game. If you search for Jedi Power Battles, and I'll have a look at the other one.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace game. Developer is Big 8 Productions for Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace.
I've got Esper, Lucasfilms LLC, and Hot Gen, but I don't know if that is the... I don't know if that's a new one, or it might be the original. Let me have a check the original.
Jedi Power Battles. Okay, that came out in the year 2000. So Phantom Menace came out in 1999. A year after that, or a few months after, in the Y2K era. That was when Jedi Power Battles came out, and the developers were Aspyr, ASPYR,
Lucasfilm Games LLC, and THQ.
Yeah, for the publishers, and then Hot Gen as one of the developers. Okay, so it pretty much different developers, as say Big 8 Productions were the developers for Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh well, interesting on that. Who knew that, you know, the year before Jedi Power Battles comes out, they'd make the Phantom Menace and a game that was pretty decent. I got stuck on that. But then it's like, then months down the line for the new year, the year 2000, they bring in another like maybe a couple of developers, and they absolutely just shit on it.
I mean, to be fair to them though, it was basically built around the year 2000, so maybe they were expecting a Y2K bug to actually come in and destroy all of it, and then when realizing it wasn't happening, they were like, ah shit, we gotta commit now.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay, so much for that. It's gonna go on permanent vacation leave. That would have been great. And then also the fact that I think that Phantom Menace was only available for PlayStation and PC, I think. Jedi Power Battles was going to be on multiple consoles, like PlayStation, Dreamcast, Game Boy. So it's like, yeah, putting ports into, you know, different consoles, it's probably going to not make the game run any good.
Yep.
Pretty much. So, well, there you go. Star Wars Episode 1.
Jedi Power Battles. And for those of you who are actually listening, let me know how you thought the game. Was it fantastic? Was it boring? Was it an absolute garbage of a game? Or was that one of the best games you ever had played? Personally, you know what? Being a young'un, I probably did enjoy it. It was so hard as hell. I managed to rage quit a couple of times because of it.
As what we do when we're kids, we always rage quit on video games because we just suck. We want to win, and we suck. Yes, and now, as we are in our mid-30s, we still suck.
But we suck knowing
that we suck. Yeah, exactly. Very good choice of game there. For my first choice, it's a movie game as well. Funny enough.
2 movie games.
2 movie games. Who the funk did, eh? Yeah, this one, totally opposite from Star Wars, but it is still nerdy in a way. It's It's a superhero game. Coming out in April 16th, 2002. It's Spider-Man, the movie.
Woo!
So with the good old, Tobey Maguire coming in as Spider-Man for 2002, and they made a video game for it, and you know it kind of comes in with some of the story for the Spider-Man movie, but then they added some, as what they do for the video games, always add some extra stuff. And and I think, after you.
Is that the game that's got on its front cover for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube? It's just basically got that part of Spider-Man's head.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh my god, I remember that game.
You remember that game?
It was fantastic. I love that game.
It was brilliant. I didn't own it myself, but my stepbrother had it, and he had his PS2 Slim at my dad's place. And whenever he would stay over, with him and his mum, my stepmom, we would share my room. So my bedroom would be his bedroom. So he would have his PS2 there. So whenever I go visit my dad, and it's just me and my dad, there's my stepbrother's PS2. And, he had FIFA, he had Medal of Honor Frontline, and he had Spider-Man. And I'm like, I'm kind of curious to give. So I took my own memory card, took his memory card out, put my memory card in, and I just played Spider-Man on his PS2 for a weekend, and it was great. I was like, oh my god. Controlling was great. The combat system was decent. It's not open world. That's Spider-Man 2. I think Spider-Man 2 becomes open world.
Yeah.
I believe. But
it was
Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. I think that became the open world game.
Yeah.
But there were times where whenever you face Green Goblin, you would do the chase scene. That was very much of a open world-esque in a way. You get a little sense of it when you're doing the chase scenes and that. I feel like, because there's a tower level where you have to go up, and that was a pain in the arse. I feel like the second chase scene with Green Goblin, because I think there's two, if I recall. If anyone remembers, let us know. Tell me I'm wrong, because I need to, get, I need the facts. But yeah, I felt like the chase scenes, especially the second one, was a pain in the ass, especially when you're trying to follow Green Goblin and he's throwing the freaking bombs and you get hit and then you go somewhere else and you're like, Jesus Christ, I gotta catch up. And then, once you've gone this much far away from Green Goblin, it's over. Mission failed. Start again. Yeah, it is literally, if you cannot make a mistake. If you make a mistake, it is just game over. You will not be able to catch up. And then, it's, you miss... You miss Mary Jane. That's it. Mary Jane gets kidnapped. Game over. Goodbye. Peter Parker is going to be so sad, lonely, and depressed now. Unless you retry.
His pain. I feel his pain.
What do you mean, feel his pain? You're married.
Now, I mean.
So yeah.
Oh man, back then I was definitely I know how he felt.
Yeah, I still know how he feels.
I distinctly remember part of that game because when you completed 100% or when you completed a certain bit, I think it's when you, because there was the tutorial, and I loved the tutorial because the guy who was helping you through the tutorial, he was the most sarcastic individual known to man, and he was the pinnacle of what it should be for a tutorial man to be. I remember one of them.
He's just a typical New Yorker. That's pretty much it. Because then when you get Peter Tobey Maguire, goes to the website and go, Yahoo! He's like, all right, kid, calm it down a bit.
I remember one of the tutorial levels. It was basically I think it was telling about going up a wall or something, or go to this destination. I need you to go over to this destination. Now, take your time, do what you need to do. I'm going to go make a sandwich. And then you finally get there, and I think the next part is you have to climb up the wall. And all of a sudden, all you hear goes, okay, so what you have to do then is when you get to go press up on the angle, on the directional pad, and then you can be able to climb up. And don't spoil the windows where you're there. Oh, too much mustard.
Yeah. I remember that. I
Brilliant.
remember that. Yeah, that I was like thinking, like, yeah, because I remember playing the tutorial a ton because it was just, because the narrator was sarcastic as hell. And I forgot about the part where he's eating a sandwich at the time.
It's always the bit where he goes, I can't believe it. This is so cool. Well, good for you. Anyway, and then he just moves on.
Yeah.
Can you imagine tutorials with that man? That'll be the best part of the game. Because normally tutorials is just like empty like boxes, and he's like, "Come on, follow me," and then runs away. It's like press the directional button to follow. I just love it. And some guy was just there going, "Okay, what you need to do is we all know this page. We've been through loads of tutorials. You should know what the directional button is by now. If it isn't, it's this one right here. Just press this one and push it away. Push the stick away from you, and you should be able to move. Okay? Now, run 5 laps or something. I don't care.
We need to bring back the sarcastic narrators for tutorials. We need to bring them back for video games. It's like, what a legend. How that man never got an award for best acting in a video game in 2002 is beyond me.
Now, fuck it. You know what? I am going to look up that guy's name. I'm going to find out who it was.
Oh, yeah?
What's the narrator's name? I want to find out who the narrator's name was.
Same. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find it as well. Hang on. Spider-Man 2002 game. Voice actors. All right, here we go. Spider-Man video game 2002. Come on. Is it the tour guide? Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell?
Bruce Campbell. Hang on. Voice uncredited. Apparently there's someone called Marcus Sherock. Spider-Man's body. You knew that you could... I didn't know you could voice it. Oh my god. No way. Colleen O'Shaughnessy. The voice of Tails.
She's in it?
Yeah, woman on the rooftop.
Oh, because she's
Tails is in Spider-Man. Who freaking knew?
Yeah, narrated by Bruce Campbell.
It was Bruce Campbell. Yeah, tour guide. Bruce Campbell. Oh my god, Bruce Campbell is the tour guide. Amazing. Oh my word.
That is brilliant.
God. That's crazy, yo.
Oh yeah, there is one here actually. It's Bruce Campbell. If you skip the tutorial, the narrator will give a tip and say, "Of course you know this if you played the basic tutorial."
Yeah. Of course you knew this. Oh, brilliant.
Okay, this is what we need in games. We need a
Bruce Campbell.
We need someone like that in every tutorial game.
We need a Bruce Campbell in every video game to be the narrator for the tutorial. Just be a sarcastic prick. Amazing. I think... Didn't it have a bowling game? Didn't Spider-Man...
Yes. It was so good.
I vaguely remember. I'm just like, oh yeah, there was a bowling game in it as well. The game had everything. It had the story. You know, the controls were great. The combat system was great. The writing, especially for Bruce Campbell's tour guide, chef's kiss. And then also there was bowling. You just had you have everything put into one in one superhero game.
The bowling. I loved the bowling game mini game because it was. I just loved how it was. Wee bonk. It just take. Like, I've never known a bowling ball to go that way, then that way, then that way, then that way, then that way. I'd dead slam and get yourself a strike.
And then get the strike. Who knew?
Unless you have bumpers up, but even then, we're men now. We don't need bumpers most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. No, I think I kind of need bumpers. Just so I can feel like I'm doing something right. I need bumpers in life, James. I need bumpers in life. But yes, Spider-Man, the movie. April 16th, 2002. What a game. I need to get it again.
Absolute brilliant game.
I need to play it again. It's such a good one. I feel like, because I've played Spider-Man 3, I have to admit, compared, like, and Spider-Man 2 as well, compared to the trilogy, you can't beat the first Spider-Man. That's the best one. That is honestly the best. They took a little bit of inspiration from the Spider-Man game on the PS1. I feel, because it did have that similarities to Spider-Man on the PS1. With that gameplay, so I think that's just why it just works so well. Spider-Man 2 and 3, like, I mean, Spider-Man 3 is my second favorite of the trilogy. It's just, you know, you just can't beat the good old classic number one, you know.
As well, you got to play as Harry Osborn afterwards as the Green Goblin, taking on the actual Green Goblin, which is really fucking weird.
Yeah, you do.
And instead of like web swinging, you got to go on the glider, and it made like the chasing missions was so much fucking easier because you were just there going, "You'll never catch me, Spider-Man!" And you just sat there going on a glider next to him going, "So where are we going? Come on."
Yeah. I forgot about that. Jesus Christ. See, Spider-Man, the gift that keeps on giving, pretty much.
I am now going to take that game and I'm going to download it onto my Steam Deck.
There you go. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. So that's my game. James, what is your second game?
So my second game was actually a game that was released on April the 17th, 2014, 11 years ago today. 11 years ago. Ooh. Actually, I'll be damned, 11 years ago today. Aha. That's brilliant.
11 years ago today. Oh my God. Jesus. Happy birthday to this game, whatever it is.
So this game actually isn't on a console. It was actually on the mobile game, but it was one of the mobile games I actually remember playing a lot because it was so simple, but the puzzles in it was really, really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's based off a very famous IP, all about killing and strangling and basically funny ways to kill people, dumb ways to die, essentially. The game is called Hitman Go for the iOS.
Hitman Go. See, okay, I didn't even know there was a Hitman game on the iOS, honestly. So this is all new to me. So feel free to let me know and everyone know what the hell is Hitman Go.
So for those of you
it sounds like a Pokemon, actually. You know, you get Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitman Go.
To be fair, that would have been brilliant to do that.
Yeah, Hitman Go, I choose you, Hitman Go.
Hitman Go, bye-bye, bang!
Bang, yeah. You say, Hitman Go, use Glock.
It's super effective against everything.
Yeah, one hit KO. No, just fatality.
So basically what it is the game itself was like a board game. And Agent 47 would start off at a particular spot, and he'll be like a little token, as it were. And then and then you had to basically eliminate your target, which was in like a red coloured suit or something, or just like a normal different person. And you'd have to basically move your character along to try and eliminate this person. But it was like every time you moved a step, enemies around you would then react. So they would then move in the wrong little way. And then basically the puzzle was to try and get yourself to basically try and kill this target. And then the level didn't end until the target was basically knocked off. As in, hit the Agent 47 occupied the same space as the enemy. It was like a little board game sort of style, so like board pieces sort of thing. But you could actually have a lot more like achievements within them. One of them was eliminate all enemies before targeting. Eliminate all enemies. Take your target out in 12 moves, sort of thing. And it was just it's basically a turn-based puzzle game, and I absolutely loved it. And the aesthetics as well, and how it looked was beyond brilliant. I just loved it so much because it was nice. It was a sort of different look to Hitman, but it's what's the word? It looked different, but it also didn't feel like it was a completely separate game. Like you can imagine that. You can imagine basically what it felt like. It was Hitman meets D&D, but instead of a dice roll, you just move your character one spot, but then every other character then reacts to how you do it, and then you have to go all the way around there.
So is it like if you come across an enemy and they notice you, do you have to like? Do you get forced into a battle and you have to like roll a high dice count, and if it's better than the enemy dice, you can kill them or something?
No, so you actually have to basically the same as with the enemy, with the target. You have to occupy the same space they're in.
Okay.
But you can't just like move into their space if they spot you. You have to sort of go around and try and take them out without them seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can essentially at one stage you can move yourself into position like. Say there's like how do I put this? Say there's like a diagonal like that, for example.
Okay.
And you have 4 enemies here.
Mm-hmm.
When you go in the middle though, there's a special power spot, and what you do is you move your character in there, and then it'll basically like little pistols like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is when you click on there, your pistols activate, and you go pew pew, and you basically fire in 4 different directions. But then that's the turn over. But if you can maneuver all those guards into a certain spot where they are all contemplating around that area, you can basically take all 4 of them out at once.
Oh, wow, okay. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, and and basically as well, if the enemies move into the player's position, then that's when Agent 47 gets killed, essentially.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you have to sort of maneuver yourself around, hide yourself, or be able to go out and take them out without them realizing you. And I just thought the whole puzzle as a whole was just brilliantly done.
So, what's the map like? Is it kind of like your standard like Monopoly style map, or like board map, or is it like? Is it something like more unique in a way?
It's quite unique, actually. I'll tell you what, actually. Let me show you this. I'll send you a link on Discord.
Yeah, and then I can put that on for the video for everyone else to see.
Yeah, so this is essentially the screenshot of what one of the boards look like.
I'm going to copy that link, and I'm going to enlarge it for me. Oh, okay, I see.
So essentially, like, the black lines are every way that you can maneuver yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The guys on yellow, they're walking enemies. So they'll just basically they'll go up and down every turn. And then once they get to the other end, they turn around and start again.
Right.
You got the plan pots to hide yourself in. So if you occupy the same spot as it, and so does the enemy doesn't see you.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another one over there, which is like a which is like a can, for example. And if you hit that, you can basically throw the can anywhere, and then it basically goes out a big sort of semicircle. And then any guard who hear it, they'll be like, "What?" And they'll turn towards it, and then they'll start moving towards it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I see there's like a little red dot. I take it that's the enemy you have to kill?
Yeah, that's the enemy you've got to annihilate.
Okay. And then the little token on, like, say, on the far left of the picture, I take it that's Agent 47?
That's Agent in black, that's Agent 47, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see him now in the tuxedo. Yeah. It looked a bit odd. I thought it looked like, I don't know, a Monopoly piece. But now I can see the suit.
Yeah. It's like, so the whole mission involves you trying to beat this one target, but you have to basically take care of its guards and reach the exit point. Then the next level, you face more guards, and then you go. It's only at the very last episode of the chapter, last level of the chapter. Sorry, that's when you take the target out.
Oh, okay. I see.
So
Interesting.
But again, I played this game so often, so much that I thoroughly enjoyed it. And because it was so popular, they did the same thing. They brought out a Tomb Raider Go. Which is
okay.
the exact same thing as you see in the screenshot, but also it's all based on Tomb Raider.
Okay, interesting. Was that the same year as Hitman Go, or was that a little bit later?
No, it was a couple of years afterwards.
Oh, okay, interesting. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of Hitman Go or Tomb Raider Go, actually. Are they still available to play, or...?
I believe they still are, yes. In fact, I'm going to have a quick check myself, but I am certain the games are still available to purchase off any app store.
I'm having a look as we speak. Hitman Go.
There it is. Yep, right there.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
It is Hitman Go.
Yep, I see it as well. Perfect. Wow, okay. Damn. And then just to double check, Tomb Raider Go. There it is, Lara Croft Go.
Sorry, yeah, Lara Croft Go, sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. It's pretty much the same thing anyway, so... Yeah. That looks a little bit more... Lara Croft Go or Tomb Raider Go looks very Hades-esque in a way.
I guess it is, yeah.
Yeah, it does look
a little bit.
It looks a bit Hades-esque with the art style. So
yeah, but
that's cool. I'm sorry. After you,
I like the little art style of it as well because it's very minimal. As I said, there's nothing like major they've got to throw into it. It's literally just acts like a board game, but it still works really well with the environment and the whole process of what Agent 47 does and the Hitman games in general.
Yeah,
it's like a little not a sequel. It's like a little standalone sort of game, and I love it. I absolutely adored it.
And that's gonna make you want to play that again now, eh?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So now you got Spider-Man and you got Hitman Go.
I just reliving my childhood right now.
There you go. See, ain't that? This is what On This Month is all about. We talk about games from our childhood, and then we reminisce of the good times, and then we want to play those games again.
Yep, which I can't do because I've got a lot of shit I need to do.
Well, maybe when you have less shit to deal with.
Yes, I think it might have to be, yes.
Yes, definitely. Very good choice there, James. So for my last one, I mean, one of the biggest fighting games of all time, which started a massive franchise, you know? It's the one that started it all, and then ever since then, it's just been expanding until we got the Ultimate Edition on the Switch.
Would that be Street Fighter by any chance?
No, although it does have some Street Fighter characters in it.
Marvel vs. Capcom?
No.
Okay.
I am, of course, talking about Super Smash Brothers.
That came out in April?
April 26th, 1999.
Was that the very first one, was it?
Yeah.
Bloody
yeah. On the N64, 1999. I feel old.
Oh, yeah, very old right now, but...
I just remember pretty much, I didn't own the game, but I did get it rented quite a lot of times from Blockbuster. Always getting it for maybe for at least a couple weeks, and then, returning it, and then after maybe say a month, I get it again. It was, oh yeah, what a game. What a game to be able to see, Mario, Samus, Fox, Link, Pikachu, just all in a game together and all beating the living snot out of each other. It's okay, this is pretty cool. And then, also having the little, you have the arcade mode, but you also have mini games like break the targets, jump on the platforms, race to the exit. You also have like the fighting Porygon team, and then you have Metal Mario, and then apparently Metal Mario was never a character you could unlock in the game, but you could face him in single player, which was, I mean, could you imagine just having Metal Mario as a playable character? Jesus Christ, you would not get taken down.
I was going to say, it's probably the same as if you had like Master Hand as well as a playable character. Just.
Oh, could you imagine if you had Master Hand as a playable character during that time? That would have been crazy. I don't think we had Master Hand, but I don't think we had Crazy Hand during that time. I think Crazy Hand came out during Melee or Brawl.
I think it might have been Melee. I don't remember it being introduced in Brawl.
I think it was Melee, because if you played like a specific, like if you played like a harder difficulty, you get Crazy Hand. So it was only Master Hand in on the original Smash, and you had all these characters, like just a small. Can't believe that it started off with just a small like base of characters. It was Mario, Link, Pikachu, Kirby, Yoshi, Fox, and then who else? There's two more. Donkey Kong, and
Red?
No, not Red. I'm gonna have to double check now. There's like one more. There's like 8 characters in total, but then there's 4 lockable characters. Super Smash Bros. N64 characters. All right, let's have a look. I know there's one that I'm missing. There is one that I'm missing. Mario, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus. There we go. Samus, Kirby, Fox, and Pikachu. And then the unlockables were Luigi, Jigglypuff, Captain Falcon, and Ness. Those were the characters that you could unlock, and it was weird. I couldn't figure out how to like unlock the characters in a way. There was like some certain ways you were able to try and like unlock him. If we see here, how to unlock for Luigi, break the targets with all 8 of the starter characters and defeat Luigi and Peach's castle. That's probably why, because I probably didn't break all the targets with all the characters.
Yeah.
Players that lose the fight against Luigi can refight him by completing the break the targets again with any character. And then Jigglypuff. How do you get Jigglypuff? I think I always got Jigglypuff.
You also could get Captain Falcon too.
You can. Well, let's have a look at Captain Falcon, because I never got Captain Falcon. Complete one-player game with any character in under 20 minutes. So you had to beat like the one-player mode in under 20 minutes. Then defeat Captain Falcon in a battle on planet Zebes. Players that lose the fight against Captain Falcon can refight him again, completing one-player game in under 20 minutes again. Oh my word. If Ness has not been unlocked and his unlock match requirement is simultaneously met, then the player will fight Ness instead. This is not true for Jigglypuff. Captain Falcon's unlock match will take priority over Jigglypuff's if both their unlock match requirements are simultaneously met. So Jigglypuff is complete one-player game, then so you complete the one-player game, then defeat Jigglypuff on Saffron City. So that's Jigglypuff's the easiest character to unlock. So the players that lose the fight against Jigglypuff can refight Jigglypuff by completing the player one game again. The player one game criteria for Ness or Captain Falcon is met simultaneously, then the player will fight one of them instead of Jigglypuff. How do you unlock Ness? Because I have no idea. That is complete one-player game on normal difficulty or higher with 3 stocks or less without continuing. Then defeat Ness on Dreamland. Oh my god, that's probably why I've never unlocked Ness. Because I was always doing it on easy mode or very easy mode. Because I was a scrub as a kid.
Nothing wrong being a scrub, especially with these kind of games.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, it was a basic game. You had your one-player mode, you had your training mode, and then you had like just your regular Smash mode where you can play against 3 other friends. I mean, for its time, it was revolutionary in a way. So many Nintendo IPs coming together and having a big old brawl, which, is the third installment of the series. But yeah, no, just coming together, and then who knew that, every single Nintendo console that came out, home console, there was always, a Smash Brothers that came out, more characters that became available, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger until we got to, the third installment when we had non-Nintendo characters jumping into the fray. And now look at it. Look how big it is. We've got Smash Bros. Ultimate, and with so many characters. What's going to happen for the new Smash game on the Switch 2? As we mentioned, we've got Mario Kart World and a new Donkey Kong game, Donkey Kong Bonanza. But what's going to happen with this new Smash game? Are we going to get any more characters? Who are we going to get next time?
We are 100% getting new characters for it, I guarantee it. So there's a lot more games that are coming out soon. So, you know what? Some games, like Undertale, for example, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw like an Undertale character in it.
I mean, like, they do a reference to Undertale in Ultimate, but it is a Mii costume. It's Sans. It's a Sans costume.
Yeah.
So you get, like, Sans head, Sans, like, clothes and stuff, but it's not actually Sans. So it's kind of like, okay, it's a nod, but, it's not official.
But if you can add Sora from Kingdom Hearts into Smash Ultimate, I'm pretty sure you can add Sans into it as well.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I'm just wondering, who else can they get? They're probably
have to get IPs from a lot of different different places in order to get it.
Yeah, it's just gonna. Are we gonna be seeing Master Chief for Smash? Holy crap!
Or the Doom guy.
The Doom guy. Are we gonna get Doom guy? That would be wild. Is it? Is Smash gonna all of a sudden turn into the Fortnite of fighting games? Are we gonna get like Sabrina Carpenter?
Oh God.
Ariana Grande. Goku. Maybe Darth Vader. When are we hitting the gritty?
Darth Vader versus Sephiroth. That would be a good one.
Oh my God, that one. Sorry, I'm doing it.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting too excited, James. Oh, my ticker.
Get the excitement of maybe some more people playing on Smash.
I'm feeling something, James. Anyway, could you imagine Sephiroth and Darth Vader having a fight? It's just the possibilities are endless. I don't know. Like, I feel like the characters we're gonna get next is probably gonna be celebrities. I wouldn't be at all surprised. The only time that I'm gonna be like, okay, too far, is if they say Mr. Beast has joined the fight, and if that's the case, I'm like, fuck you, Nintendo.
That will be the end of Smash completely.
Smash would be dead if they brought Mr. Beast in. I'm just saying, Mr. Beast. I don't care. I'm going to leave this in. Mr. Beast is a cunt.
Fair enough. To be fair, the one thing I don't like, the one thing I think will probably be they'll bring more Pokemon into it.
Yeah, they'll
like
probably...
Lucario, Charizard, Mewtwo. It was surprising to get like Garchomp in it or something.
Could you... Oh, you know what would be sick? If they did a little trailer having some Pokemon and then Digimon, like they just meet together. Digimon in Smash.
That would be pretty good, actually.
Argumon, Gearmon, Renamon. That would be amazing. Honestly, I'd be hyped for that. I think if they included like my girl Renamon, if they included her in there, I'd be happy. I'd be very over the moon.
Or maybe get like Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So he acts like what's his name? So he acts like the Pokemon trainer. He gets 3 choices. So he gets
Dark Magician Go.
He gets Dark Magician.
Yeah.
Dark Magician Go. And
then
like
Pot of Greed.
And the Celtic Guardian. And his smash move. Is going to be the Egyptian gods.
Oh, it's got to be Pot of Greed. I play pot of green.
And then have to explain it.
Yeah, it just explains it and just keeps spamming it because he has pot of green so many multiple times. Oh, God. And now you said Celtic Guardian. Now all of a sudden I'm just thinking, like, you unleashed a Celtic Guardian. And it's just like, it's the abridged. The Celtic Guardian.
I don't have the Celtic Guardian. How the hell am I supposed to use a card I don't bloody have? Oh, God, I remember that so well.
Stay on target. Oh, bollocks. Stay on target. I believe we're royally screwed. Stay on freaking target. Wait. We have writers? This is a classic. Although I do... the one that always is stuck in my mind is the beginning of one of the early episodes, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. It stays crunchy, even in milk. Dim stale. It's like, I don't know. That's just stuck in my head. Oh, and it's just like, I know we're going off topic. It's like Joey Wheeler all of a sudden wearing a dog costume, and then Kyber's just like, now bow to me like the dog you are, but I don't want to be a furry. Shut up and bend over. Yes, master. Like, freaking Joey Wheeler in the abridged is just legendary.
Or even get if the characters are coming back, but they don't want to get the voice actors. Fucking Karibo, get him on it straight away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Having like, hey, take it on Kyber. I activate your mother. You had what? That's right, Kyber. Your mother. I activated her.
Oh my God. Whilst also singing about leather pants.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what I would like to have in the new Smash. Oh, dearie me. But yeah, that's pretty much my second game, Super Smash Bros. For the N64, coming out on April 26th, 1999. A basic game, you know, basic with the one player and then the multiplayer, but it was the seed that was planted and has grown into a beautiful tree and will continue to grow, and good things to come very soon when hopefully we get a brand new Smash game for the Switch 2 and brand new Smash games in the future. You know, it's the seed that was planted and what started it all, as it's grown from a root to become a beautiful oak tree. I don't know. I'm just...
Well, the only thing I'm saying though is we're getting another Sonic the Hedgehog movie coming out. We're getting a Super Mario Bros. 2 movie coming out. We're getting a Legend of Zelda live adaptation getting made very shortly. These are pretty much one of the first three these are the trifecta of video game characters.
And don't forget Detective Pikachu.
And Detective Pikachu, yeah. Why we don't have at one stage where, like in Super Mario Bros. 2 or Sonic the Hedgehog 4, like the very, very end credits, and it's just someone going across going, "Are you Sonic the Hedgehog?" "Yes." "I've got a package for you. Here." He looks at it and goes, "What the hell is..." Just disappeared. He's like, "Wait. So special about this. What the hell is that?" And it cuts to the Super Smash Brothers envelope stamp.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh shit. Like, they're making so many like video game movies now, and they honestly are doing a cracking good job with it. Well, apart from Minecraft. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out maybe for next month's episode when we both go watch it.
all I'm saying is that all the movies that are getting made right now are people who are in Super Smash Brothers. I'm just saying you could easily bring them all together like that.
Oh no, Jet Black in the Smash movie is Steve. Oh God, his ultimate Smash chicken jockey. Just a swarm
Oh,
of chicken
God.
jockey. Oh, no.
Just jumping off. Chicken jockey!
Chicken jockey. The winner is Steve Flint and Steel. It's like, oh God. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that now. I don't know how I feel about having a Switch movie.
I will pay.
Smash...
I will pay to see that movie any day. This could be the end, like the Avengers. Next thing you know, this will be the gaming cinematic universe.
Christ.
The Smash Brothers.
The Smash universe.
The bro cinematic universe.
Oh my word. Who knows what's gonna happen in so many years.
Good.
Well, we gotta wait and see how Super Mario Bros. 2 goes and how the Zelda movie pans out. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, Ben Schwartz, the voice of Sonic, has said that he would love to maybe get all the animators together, all to come together, try and be friendly and make a Smash movie. So,
I mean, I don't know who the hell would want to see that.
I mean, it would be a smash hit, honestly. Honestly, would be a box office smash hit.
Boo!
Anyway, there we go. Yes, but there it is. Super Smash Brothers is my second game, and yeah, as I said, basic game, but a hell of a lot of fun, and it's created a wonderful, wonderful franchise, which may get a movie, maybe sometime in the future. Who the hell knows? Please. And on that note, we're done.
And that's it. We are done for this podcast.
Woo! That's our third one. That's our third episode. Because we did the pilot and then episode 1, and this is episode 2. Oh my god.
Episode 2 completed.
Woo! Hype on that. And now you get to be free and enjoy your day.
And you get to go to sleep.
Yay. But honestly, hey, again, James, thank you for being my partner in crime, as always, for this wonderful, wonderful project that we do.
Thank you very much for joining me with your definitely handsome self, Mr. Just Some Andy, and I am very much
Even with the mustache. Even with the mustache.
It needs to grow on me. I'll grow on you first, properly, but...
Oh, wow. God damn. This has been with me for at least coming up to a month now. Come on. It's grown on me. Even though I'm probably going to shave it off very soon. But it is.
Yeah, keep the look. Keep the look, or see if you can get the whole... Go for the whole beard face. See what happens. Hey,
or what I could do is...
That should be your next task. I task you for the rest of this month is to grow that beard out and get the mustache in there and see what it looks like.
So what you suggest is get this grown, shave everything off, and just keep this?
No, I say grow all of this. Grow all of it like that and see... So we can be beard bros!
The super beard bros! Wahoo!
With our razor blade, with our razor and shavers.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to make up a song without getting... Yeah, it's exactly that. There you go. So, for anyone that wants to find you, James, on the internets, where can they find you if they want to give you a follow?
If they want to give me a follow, then be sure to look at the James of All Games on Facebook. And I've also got the James of All Games up on Twitch as well. I have been starting to get back into streaming a wee bit, so hopefully you get to improve on that a little bit more as well. And for yourself, and for you, Mr. Andy, if these definitely handsome people want to find you and give you some information and just a follow and a like and everything, where can they find you yourself?
Yes, they could be able to find me anywhere on the internet as Just Some Andy. If you go on, I'm mostly on social media. You can find me on Blue Sky. Blue Sky, you can search Just Some Andy. You'll find me there. But if you want to get my handle, it's @T, that's TEAAANDY. at t621.net. You can find me there. I'm also on, like, say, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Just Some Andy. And then for streaming, I'm also on Twitch as Just Some Andy. Once this recording is done, I'm actually going to be going live tomorrow to try and finish off Sonic X Shadow Generations and try and fully 100% that. So that's going to be cool. So yeah, so try and stream when I can, mostly on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and yeah, it's going to be a fun time all around. So if you want to give me a follow on any of those platforms, feel free to do so. And as well, if you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much indeed. We appreciate you taking the time to give us a listen. And if you enjoyed yourselves, be sure to give us, a thumbs up on YouTube or any of the. There you go. There's a James doing it super well. Well done, James. You should be a model. Work it, baby. Work it. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Serve that cunt, honey. Or you could give us 5 stars on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts as well. So if you enjoyed the content, feel free to give us 5 stars. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much if you do. And on that note, it is time for us to say fare thee well. We hope you enjoyed. Two mid-30-year-old British blokes talking about a new Nintendo console, as well as talking about games from their past childhood as well. And until the next episode, I have been Andy, wishing you a very wonderful rest of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, much love, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
And for myself, it's James with All Games. It's me signing off, saying cheery bye. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by.